Stephanie an apology?
No, it's Stephanie too. Now, how close have you been paying attention to it? How close?
It's just what you're saying. It doesn't make sense because we weren't around when that stuff was going on.
Yeah, the second round, yes, you were. But how close have you been paying attention to it?
The second round, yeah, but the first round, no.
Nobody said the first.
The second round, I didn't fucking know Muffin Man.
Nobody
I didn't even know her.
First round. Nobody said first round.
It doesn't matter, but you said you didn't clarify, right? No context, right?
No
context.
How long have you been?
No context,
how
right?
Deep have you been paying attention to it?
No context, right?
How deep have you been paying attention to it? Because if you have actually been paying attention to it, you would have heard me say several times that there are two separate people texting on that account. There are two people. I've said that.
Yeah, now it's me, Malibu, and Stephanie. Yeah, I guess. He also says he has proof of us having like back end conversations with Stephanie, I guess. I'm just wondering if anybody in here, all fucking 34 of you guys that actually still support him, are gonna ever ask for proof. That's kind of my point here.
See, I'm proud to have 34 people that support me because.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than nothing, right? It's better than nothing.
No, that's 34 more people that are quality people that I appreciate. And I'm sorry.
Or it's birds of a feather flock together.
I'm sorry to demean your audience the way you do and to prove that it's all about the numbers for you. But it's not about the numbers for me. I could have one person in here. I could have two people in here. I would appreciate both of them. I can have 100 people in here. I would appreciate all of them. But you just said you're 34 people that still support you. Cool. That's 34 people than I really feel like I deserve. Okay.
Well, you started out with more than that until you started lying and stealing and cheating and gaslighting people.
See,
you had a whole lot more than that until people started catching on to your bullshit, and there's just a couple of snails in here that just can't get with the program because they're just as fucked up as you are.
It looked like I had more.
Birds of a feather flock together, right?
Let me explain the logic behind it. It looked like I had more, but where was the quality? All them people, the second I said, I ain't going to do that, the second I said, I'm done with this, they said, well, fuck you, and now they're over watching me right now, and you're live, doing whatever, just following my ass around, stalking me. Those were not people that were good. Those were people that were using me. So because I eliminated...
Bougie, you dox everybody. Shut the fuck up.
Bougie does not dox anybody, Joe.
She doxed me, dude. She doxed fucking Queen of Blessings. She's doxed a few people. So you can't say she doesn't dox anybody. I don't dox people. You
allowed Holly Mae to green screen someone's whole ass.
I didn't know what the fuck Holly Mae was showing.
I told you.
I had no fucking clue what Holly Mae was showing.
I said, hey, Smash.
And why don't you take that up with Holly Mae? Why is that my fucking problem?
I said, hey, Smash, can you get that DV story off the screen? And you said, hey, Florida man, you're not going to dictate what's gets shown on my platform. You knew what it was. You read my comment. You knew what it was. You did it on purpose. The clip is there.
The point of those messages were to show that girl has done this on several occasions. So you can fight me all you want on that, but if y'all didn't really want to actually listen, that's on y'all.
Holly Mae hasn't? You let Bougie's kids be spoken on.
Who is Holly Mae doxed? Do you have proof on that, Florida man?
100% of the fucking way I got proof on that.
Well, you should fucking show it because when I tried to call it out, you were silent. You were zippy face, and we were friends at that time, right, Florida man?
Bougie, send me the text message. Send me the screenshot of Holly Mae doxing a kid.
Yeah, can we do that? Let's show some proof. For fucking once.
Where's the proof Holly Mae made a police report?
You also claim that Jerry was somebody that I planted, and I showed you a proof of the police report number, the voicemail that I got from the FBI. What do you say about that, Florida man?
I ain't seen none of that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, but that voicemail looks a little staged.
Ironic. Just really? Like, I can play it.
Well, just like the fake.
I can play it. It's still saved in my shit.
We know you know how to make fake messages because you proved you did. So
sure. Okay, so I will go live on my iPad tonight, and I will let you listen. If you will join the live, I'll let you listen to said voicemail.
You can play it over here. Look.
Well, I can't do that right now because I'm on my phone. I got to get my kids to bed in a few minutes. But if you really gave a fuck and really wanted to hear the truth, you would come over over, right, and have a conversation with me. I just don't think you like having less people on your side than are on my side. And because over on my side, I have more people for me than you have for you. So I would understand why a narcissist wouldn't want to go anywhere, that might make them feel smaller. So
Your
I get that.
your argument is a simple straw man argument that involves insults and
Yes.
trigger terms that are like, oh, look, I'm so smart. He's a narcissist that doesn't like that I'm more popular than he is. No, Smash. I'm sorry to tell you that neither one of us are popular. Look at your numbers when you go live. They're pathetic because there's someone out there that has 500. There's someone out there that has.
Bro, the reason,
literally
the reason why, the reason why you have more than 100 people in here right now is because I'm in here.
Where's your live? You can use that to ego float stuff, but the people that are in here because you're bringing some kind of anger and excitement to it that they like. If that's your people, that's your people. I like the people who are more calm, logical, and reasonable. When you excite people like that, you let them make that mental shortcut to be like, oh, I'm going to judge and act based off of feeling, not off of logic and critical thinking. When we jump to, oh, here's the proof, guys. Here's the screenshot, guys. That jumps to be like, oh, look, I'm right. Instead of logically speaking about it and logically looking at your actions, logically looking at Malibu's actions and determining that, hey, we need to be on the lookout for behavior like this from other people. And plus it tortures you because you're really not okay. You want to be up here making a cocky, narcissistic argument. Yes.
Bro, I know you're not calling me narcissist.
No, I'm calling. Did you understand me?
No, you're not.
No, break it down. You wouldn't be up here making a cocky, narcissistic argument against me if you were confident about it. You just called me a narcissist. You're making a cocky, your attitude, narcissistic, your claim, argument, what you're doing against me, who it's against. Does that
So explain in detail. Are you going to ask for proof of this, or we're just gonna push it aside? You guys want to know why I fucking dropped all y'all? And that's why you guys are hating on me, because I fucking dropped all you guys, because you guys are pathetic.
Oh,
you guys are pathetic.
No, you dropped everybody because you dropped the people that would call you on your shit. You dropped the people because you knew this was coming.
Isn't that why you dropped me, Florida man? Because I called you.
Drop me what?
You got Robin. Why are you? Well, if people stop muting me, I'm not talking to this fucking cunt. Bye.
Oh, you mean you're not talking because, bitch, I come with proof? I would drop too if I were you, you weird ass fucking bitch. I would definitely drop.
While people are still here, OG, I would like to explain what just happened. Everybody, go watch that back. I'm asking for a calm, reasonable conversation. I'm asking her to talk. I'll hear her. Listen, I'll talk. No, she wants proof. Now.
Smash, you want to come after me? I dropped you months ago when Malibu stated what she said about adoption leading to OG's situation. So no, ma'am, you can take your narcissistic ass and get the fuck out of here.
So she dropped all of us because we're all pathetic, but yet this bitch sits up in a box boohooing and crying and apologizing to people only to go live like 3 days later. Hey, Smash, why don't you tell people how off the app you quite frequently use the R word?
Oh, we're not gonna, like, she might. It's okay. I'm not even worried about that part because remember, as with Miss Unknown, nobody can police the way she talks. She allowed it to happen several times. She never said anything. It's selective outrage is what Smash does. But I would like to point out like how this conversation went with Smash. She went from, can you show proof? I said, I can, to her immediately saying, oh, you can't, you're a pedophile.
Nikki's trying to get up.
Using triggering terms and triggering topics that would be like, oh my God, Smash can do what? As she's already put people in an excited mood to make poor judgment decisions. So,
where did that come? Like, I left your live and it was just you talking, and I just came back, and then I came back in the middle. How did that even fucking come about?
Because Smashley can't have a logical conversation. Smashley likes to attack. She likes to use trigger terms in arguments like pedophile and narcissist and all that to make people think that she's smarter or that she knows something or that I'm such a bad guy, don't listen to me.
You're such a bad guy, but Florida man, respectfully, I can go pull mine in your text messages when people. Will you let Nikki up? She's been
Yes.
fucking fighting for her life down there. When the whole Malibu thing happened, you were the one that went to Smashley's fucking aid, trying to get people off her ass because she was being drugged for the whole Malibu thing. And, you know, let me just say this, coming from a cunt, Smashley, you fucking changed. And bitch, it ain't for the good. You are a ugly, and I don't mean looks, I mean on the inside. You have completely changed who the fuck you are. Like, your inside now matches the outside of the bitch that sits in your box all the time.
Florida man explains that she's sorry for going off. Hey, Smash. It's nice to know that's what you think about the people that was your best friends. You know, me, Ash, Jenna, Dead Guy, D. You know, the ones that were the closest to you. Fuck you, Smash. Fuck you. You're the one that fucking is pathetic. You're the one that changed because you have, what was it you told me? A bigger platform, a bigger following, because you're all about the numbers. You're all about that motherfucking clout.
And she
What
proved
you need to do, Smash, is sit the fuck down because you're starting to really piss me the fuck off. We were your best friends. We were the ones there for you. We was the ones that was in your fucking lives when you didn't have anybody but 5 fucking people in there.
But Nikki, remember, Bougie, are you in here? Remember? She was in a fucking live just a few weeks ago apologizing to everybody. Apologizing to me that she sat there with her fucking big mouth shut, having all the proof against what fucking Petty and Sunshine were saying. Remember?
I do have a question, Queenwood, since you're up here. Instead of me having to scroll back to what was it, December or something of 2024, were you not in Holly Mae's live where my daughter was plastered all over that motherfucking screen? You, Petty Parole Officer, Holly Mae,
Yeah.
came in and said that.
Yeah, because I had to apologize to you, yes.
Thank you. There's my proof, Smash, because she was in there a part of it. Okay, bitch, so don't even play.
Yes, and I took my accountability, and I apologize to Bougie.
Yes, well, I wasn't trying to bring it up for that.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying.
There's my fucking proof, bitch.
Okay, so I'm going to respectfully ask everybody to tone down the anger because it's not healthy. And this is just a process.
I know. It just hurt me because we were Smash's best friends.
I know.
And the fact that she just sat up here and called all of us pathetic.
I know.
No.
You're not. You're not. Okay, so when she wanted to say, you know, the 34 people that you got left, I clearly deserve way less than 34 people. Everybody that I associate myself with, I appreciate. You know, everybody adds something to it. I don't take anybody for granted, even though I don't message much. I know it seems like I do, but I appreciate everybody. The fact that she said that and then went to claim I got more numbers than you, that doesn't matter to me. It never has. It shows that she doesn't watch whole lives, because yesterday I was all about like 79 people are a lot of people, and I appreciate that. The people
But wait, man, can I just point out real quick? She said the only reason why people were in here is because she was in here. You had a little over 200 when I left your live to go look at another live. So I just want to point that out.
Yeah, the numbers don't matter. There could be 5 people in here, 10 people in here. You know, I'm good with that. I've never been about the numbers. I've never been about the money. I've never been about the pay to drop people, Cash App, anything like that. And anybody who is totally fine. But that's just not me. And I've never been one to pick and choose people over people. I always fight and argue for people to be included in stuff. If someone doesn't want them there, I'm like, well, it's not fair. I can't tell you how many times, like with Bougie, how hard I argued for Bougie to be able to be included in anything and just be able to exist for OG. You know, Nikki and I, we fought at the beginning, but I accepted I was a dick, and we were able to develop a really good relationship with one another. With Ash, we butt heads every now and then, but just because we butt heads, does that mean that I hold it against her or she holds it against me? No. It's the same people that Smash said is pathetic, and I'll be honest, none of you are pathetic. All of you are good. all the people that Smash doesn't fuck with. Like, Explain genuinely did drop Smash months ago because of that comment about adoption. Because she texted me about it. And I talked to her a little bit about it. It didn't go public because is it worth it? No.
Well, can I just say this real quick, Florida Man? Explain, I did not know that was the reason why you dropped Smash, but thank you. Thank you for having my back. Thank you for doing what was right. And no, up until you just said it, I had no fucking clue because it didn't go public. But I also want to say, in Florida Man, you might not like when I say this, and I'll drop after.
You can drop and say whatever you like.
Hey, Smash, I'm kind of confused at who you're calling pathetic when you live in a trailer from 1985, bitch, with your in-laws.
Okay. Is that clapback justified? Yes, because she just responses without judging the actions that caused it. So I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, OG is poor shaming." Wasn't he just talking about scammy clause shaming people? Well, yeah, but nobody did really much of shit to her.
I mean, I'm not necessarily poor shaming because for all I know, I mean, she could have money, right? But you know what, Devilish Kiss, you know what else is childish as fuck, girl? Smash getting in here, acting like her shit doesn't fucking stink, calling a bunch of people pathetic.
Yeah, I was live for 7 hours yesterday. And I was like, Smash, Malibu can come to a box. Nobody came. But today, the topic is obsession. The topic is scammy clause. The topic is how people who follow people around the signs and symptoms and all that. And then all of a sudden, Smash comes in and the argument ensues because she wants to cause havoc and she wants to derail and she wants to distract. She wants to say, oh, look, show proof. You can't. Even though I said I can show proof, she immediately said, you can't show proof. And it went on to make an accusation that most people would trigger in their mind, oh, he's a bad person. Oh, my God, got to watch Smash tonight because of the numbers. And then went on to demean the, quote, 34 people and say that she gets more numbers. It's weird. It's odd behavior. It's signs of people being guilty.
She was all about you being in her live, Florida Man, when everybody was on her fucking ass. When Malibu did that shit and everybody was on her ass. I can go back to the text and show our shit. You were the one that went over to help her.
I don't regret that. I would do it again.
And I know you don't. You need to get to Smashley's live. And look what he did. Not only did he go to your live that night to help you, for like the next fucking week he was in your live.
Well, you know, with Smash, it doesn't matter. Do you know how many times I've been in lives and I jumped in a box when people were talking on her and me or Ash, your ex-best friends, were pathetic? You know what? I'm going to drop because I'm really upset over this. And I know one of my best friends, you know, one that you lost, Smash, is actually an amazing person. Is probably really fucking hurt. I got to check on her because you're a piece of shit, Smash.
I'm sorry about that, Nikki. I will definitely be texting all of you after the live tonight and seeing how everybody is.
Thank you, Florida Man. Fuck you, Smash.
Y'all let it get to you. Y'all are good people. Nikki, you're good people. Devilish Kiss, can I ask you if you can take a box, please, and have an actual conversation? Because your comment saying thing is, if you want to have beef, fine, but you're going to shame someone for where they live, childish. You're completely disregarding the fact that she just accused me of being a pizzeria dealer multiple times. You're going to disregard the fact that she provoked that response out of OG and that she provoked a group of good people.
Comments before I came up. I asked Smash, is Switzerland your friend? Because, baby, I got Texas to prove otherwise.
I like Switzerland. He's good.
I do too. That's the crazy thing.
Well, Devilish Kiss, if you could take a box, I know you can think reasonably. I saw you in Petty's box when they trashed you. I promise I will not trash you. If we can have a conversation that says, hey, you talk and I will listen and then I will answer, but we can't interrupt each other. We got to get it all out.
not going to talk to this kind of weird Holly Mae's live. And I had gone into Holly Mae's live and I got a box request, and that's when the whole happy with the N-word thing happened. Not the hard ER word, the put the N in front of happy. Anyhow, and I literally seen Smash run her mouth in the comments, and I'm like, wow, that's really weird. I'm like, Smash, you just a couple days ago apologized. And she's like, yeah, and I was puking in my mouth a little the whole time I was apologizing. Oh, so you're a fake ass bitch, is what you're saying. Cool, got you.
So what I recommend is they're like, oh, they're bringing up this, that, the other. That's okay. We all know Smash's actions. We all know how she will do what she does. But the problem I'm facing now is the guilt that she's showing, the aggressive, not willing to have a conversation, turn it into an argument, throwing around the insults like P3 multiple times, and narcissist, not being able to understand my line of speech. When I said you're up here giving a narcissistic argument against me, she took that as me calling her a narcissist when she called me a narcissist, and her argument is that I'm a narcissist. That tells me that she's triggered for some reason, that she has taken that emotional shortcut, fight or flight. She's in defense. So she's up here fighting.
How did it get there, Florida man? When I left your live, it was you and Bougie in a box, and you were talking about how it's okay to be friends or cool with other people that you may not agree with. I'm trying to figure out how, when you were putting a positive message out, it turned so negative. Because when I came back in, then Smash was going on. I'm so confused on that.
Smash was triggered. That's what it was. Smash is concerned because she knows what I have. The fake receipt bothered her. When I asked about the fake receipt, why it was iMessage, and she said, well, I said, everybody knows I don't have iMessage. And she said, well, yeah, I know that. That's why I did it. But no, never has it been stated that I have iMessage or I haven't had iMessage on this app. So how would she ever know if everybody knows if I have iMessage or not? And that's what triggered her right there, is because then she knew she was losing control, and that's when the accusations flew. We can all go back and clip that argument and see the exact flow of it, and it will show you that people who are guilty use these type of arguments when they feel like they're losing control of the narrative. She thinks she can use pressure. She thinks she can use the threat of a larger platform. She thinks she can demean the people that follow me. But she doesn't understand is that the people that follow me, I never once have anybody fight any battles that I'm in. I never ask anybody to join. I never ask anybody to go participate in my shenanigans. Y'all are just here, hearing me out and listening, and I appreciate that. Now, before we get started with Devil's Kiss, I would like to say, please, nobody trash her. Nobody be mean to her. It's a respectful conversation. The last time she had an issue on another platform, I believe it was Petty's, and Petty did her really fucking dirty. I was kind to her, and I'm going to remain to be kind to her. She's allowed to have her opinion, even if it conflicts with our opinions. She's allowed to have that opinion. So when she talks, if what she says you don't agree with, that's okay. But she's allowed to have that opinion. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So, what do you think of the situation from what you've seen tonight?
So, I will say, in all honesty, I missed that part where she called you radio. I came in after that.
Okay.
So, in that aspect, I can't speak on that because I wasn't there to witness it. So for me, that's more of like a he said, she said kind of thing.
Okay.
After she said it, people did also ask for proof of it, and she ignored it.
It's okay, Reggie. That was just her arguing and trying to throw a trigger topic out there that would affect people. But she banks off of two things. That it either affects people or people come in after the triggered response and then make their judgment based on the actions of all of us after she's throwing accusations out there, and that is also a common tactic too, especially like social media, revolving door, all that good stuff. So I don't blame Devil's Kiss at all. You're trying to defend your friend, right?
Yes. And and it's because I also fuck with you too, Florida man. Like,
yeah,
you've had my back and I got yours. So for me personally, it's like this is real sucky.
I understand.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Do you think so? My question is, do you think it's right that she pretty much told everybody that doesn't support her now that they're pathetic, and that she dropped them because they were pathetic, and that her numbers are bigger? What does that tell you that she thinks about people in general?
I'm not going to sit here and try to say how she thinks because I honestly don't.
I apologize. You're right.
There are a lot of pent up emotions right now with all of this. Then yes, I do. For me personally, I don't give a shit about numbers, but I'm not a big content creator either. So I can't really speak on the numbers thing because to me it doesn't matter, I guess, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. It does. And I'm sorry. I'm not meaning to like frame the questions in a way where it's going to be like you're going to be demeaning towards Smash. So if I do by accident, because it's really hard because I am talking about her, but I don't want her to think that you're talking shit about her. I know you want to be neutral, and if I frame it in a way where it's like directed at Smashley, then just tell me, hey, can you say it a different way? Because I really don't want you to catch any heat because having a conversation. But I'll ask it in a different way. Is it okay to disregard people as individuals over people as numbers? People who genuinely add value versus people who just watch?
I mean, no, and I would tell her to her face. I think she may have crossed a line. I think she may have spoke in anger as well. And if any of y'all in the comments want to sit there and keep talking shit, saying she doesn't create content, she's not a big content creator, I don't give a fuck. I'm not here to deal with that shit. That's just how I spoke it, and I'm not going to deal with that shit.
Well, hold on. That's just an opinion. And now the chat, anything derogatory on the chat, like names or anything like that, ain't okay. And especially anything towards you, because you're having a conversation.
But because everyone just wants to jump in there and be like, oh, she's not a content creator. She's not a content creator. Technically, yes, she is. Anyone on here that makes videos and does things is a content creator.
Last night, I argued that fact for Smash. Someone had asked me, they said, hey, what is it? What's it like where your content's only other people? And I said, well, I have content that's not other people. And I used Smashley as an example. Her content is other people, but she's also got the sourdough videos. She's got stuff that isn't other people. So we can't like nitpick who is who and who does what, because we're all up here doing our thing. So content creator or not, what I said to Smashley stands true. None of us are anything related to like content creation, because you might get 300 people, but you're basing your metric off of that number where people get 10,000, 20,000, a million viewers, and we're over here getting 300 people. But I like my people. I would rather have the 34 people than a million people. I wouldn't trade a single one of them for a million people, because the value that they add individually makes it what it is. And that's what I'm trying to get at, like the idea of dismissing people as individuals being wrong. And you agreed for numbers and money and stuff. I just don't get that. How do you feel about the situation as a whole? Like, your honest opinion.
About this whole situation between you two?
Just everybody. It's not just us. It's like so many people fighting.
I think
and
it's
fighting.
childish. I think it's childish.
I agree. Do you have any?
I mean, to be fair, my kids act better. Like, it just feels very, he said, she said, go this way, go that way. Like, the last time I checked, we are all fully grown adults.
Yes.
And personally, I think this beef with everybody is kind of petty. And I think it's.
Hey, Devil's Kiss, not to cut you off. Hold on one second, honey. Florida Man or one of the mods, can you guys please get Puff and Paint with Bear out of here?
Yes. There you go. Are you aware of what my live tonight was about?
No, I popped in on Facebook after I did everything. I was doing housework and things like that. I popped in because I saw you and Smash were live. So I just popped in to kind of see what was going on and kind of caught like the tail end of it.
My live today is about obsession and people's obsessive nature to constantly fight, argue the reasons why they choose to pick fights and pick people to look down upon, and how the logic works behind it and what they do, how they feel, and then ways to stop it. That's what my live is about. It's about getting the fights to stop. That's what it's been about for the past. Have you watched my lives for the past 6 days?
I honestly have not been in a good headspace to be really on Facebook much, and I'm not on late anymore because I work 2 jobs, so no.
Well, for the past, I'd say 6-7 days, my content has been emotionally stable. It has been just talking about reasons people do stuff, why they do it, how they do it, how they use trigger terms and arguments, and how they just try to manipulate the masses by emotional manipulation. And Smashley exhibited every single attribute that I've been talking about for the past 6 days in that argument, one by one by one by one after the other. And the thing is she might have more numbers, but those numbers are pushing her to be angry. Those numbers come from an angry, just sensationalized content that requires people to fight and argue. Whereas mine, I might have lower numbers, but I'm not mentioning it is because it shows people that, hey, you're in a better headspace, you feel better. You're hearing something that's more informational, less bashing. And in between there, yeah, I've been begging for a conversation for the past 2 days, and she chooses to take a box when I'm on this topic randomly.
No, I can see, like I said, I can see your point. I can see her point. Like I said, personally, I just wish everybody could just breathe and just be done. If you don't want to, this coming at each other, that's not good for anybody's mental health. It's not good for anybody's headspace.
Hey, Devil's Kiss, do you remember when...
Hold on one second. I just, all night and just completely went in on me just for calling her boring like that. Do you think that's right?
I would have told her the same thing, that I don't think it's fair. Is it her prerogative to do that? Yes. Does it suck? Is it unfair? Also, yes. Do you have the right to file? That's not my thing.
Would you find it suspicious if you called me boring? If you went to another live and you were just like, yeah, I was over there, it was pretty boring. Would you find it justified that I put you up on the green screen and just trashed you for hours?
No, I think I would feel upset.
Honestly, I would feel upset too, because it would be useless. It would be just not even necessary.
And that's kind of what I'm saying. It's like this between you two, like that back and forth kind of thing. It's like, okay, somebody's got to just be the person to be like, hey, let's just stop. Like, that's Red, please don't do that because Smash has let me talk. So please don't make assumptions on what she does when I'm in her boxes. Thank you.
Red's good.
But I'm responding to that because I was tagged, and that's not true. Smash has absolutely let me come up and talk in her box as well. And if I had requested and was saying the same thing, I guarantee you she would hear me out as well, because I am speaking. I'm not yelling. I'm not saying anything. So yes, Florida Man is letting me talk, but Smash also would let me say my piece as well.
So would it be reasonable to assume that from the point that you came in and from the bits and pieces that you have seen, that you were unaware that Smash trashed me for saying that her content was boring and I couldn't watch it, and that I responded with nothing?
No, I did not know that that happened.
And then I put out there that I know the situation, and that she put out a fake text message and claimed on her live that she gave back a Smash for what? I don't know. But would you think that would be like framing an idea? Like maybe that somebody's nervous, like the defense kicks in automatically, the aggression, the names, the trigger words, the use of stuff, and that if someone's not watching all of it 100% of the way through, that they would side with whoever they feel more of a connection to.
I mean, I think that's human nature to try to side with the person that you feel closer to, and I think this is.
You're not obligated to say your piece anywhere. You've said that that people are more willing to side with who they're more connected to, logically.
Anger doesn't. Nothing turns to hate quicker than love, and I think that's true with friendships as well. And I think that's kind of personally what I feel. Maybe what I'm seeing here. I really don't know what caused this rift to begin with. I've been in and out, and all of a sudden, it was poof. But I think I've been around. I've been around a while. I've been around, at least I think going on 2 years now between the two of you, and I see a lot of things that I don't agree with on both sides.
That's fair. And I agree with that. There's a lot of things that I do that people may not agree with. And some of our justifications are built in, defense for, maybe cover up, silence, accuse. And those would be the trigger words like P3DO, calling somebody a narcissist, making sure that people, look at that person differently. But that also invokes the emotional aspect of it and the anger. She's angry, so her friends and the people that watch her will say, "Oh my God, why is she angry? Fuck that guy." As I'm over here, I'm not promoting anger. I'm not promoting any type of hate or hostility. I am promoting people to be calm, rational, and think critically about situations. So when I'm calm, people aren't going to latch on to the idea immediately, but the anger is like a spike of emotion that makes people want to act now, to defend their friend, to protect their friend. Now, that's where people on TikTok, I think, get it mistaken by not letting everybody speak. Conversations like ours right now aren't able to happen because people want to control the conversation. How you're talking and I'm listening, and vice versa. How the chat is being calmed down, we're not attacking you, and the request for everybody to respect you just isn't there when people get into a box. It's like a domination thing where people want to control, want to dominate, so they get forceful, angry, as Smash did. They already have the conversation built out in their head of how they're going to answer, because that's how they have to have it to go. And if it doesn't, they resort to the trigger terms like P3DO and narcissist, as Smash did. Now,
not gonna lie, I was a little nervous when you told me to take a box. I think I have box PTSD.
I know. I seen you in Petty's. I watched that whole thing. It was disgusting.
Yeah, I have box trauma now.
Double Kiss got attacked in Petty's?
Yes.
Oh girl, it was a whole thing. They called me up, and because I spoke some things on Queenie, and they called me up, attacked me, were like, "Did you say this?" I said, "Yes, I did." They attacked me, and then they blocked me.
Yep, I watched it. It was awful. I believe I either messaged her or contacted her in Smash Chat. You know, told her I seen that. It was just wrong. Why would anybody do that? I will say, if you get called up in Smash the Box tonight, please feel free to speak your mind. If nothing you say is going to make me mad. Like, because you're allowed to speak, you're allowed to have your opinion. Make sure that you get proper time to say your whole thought, because there's a tactic that people use, and they'll cut you off mid-thought to kind of spin the narrative from that point to make it look like you agree this way or the other way. That's why I'm trying to give you like full chance to get your full thought out. But I agree with you. I do. I think it's childish. I think it should stop, especially when I'm over here trying to promote a more calm, peaceful, like we can talk about it environment versus the attacks. The idea that green screening a screenshot is any form of proof and that behavior is totally disregarded. Where if you do any research whatsoever, behavior is a large part of evidence, logical and critical thinking applied to that behavior and why people behave the way they do.
That's kind of wild because I've never known Devil's Kiss to get in a box and jump on anybody, or to be vile to anybody, or be vile in the comments. So, I mean, I'd like to say I'm surprised, but I'm not, because it's Petty's chat. So I'm sorry that happened to you. It happened to me as well.
It's because I said Queenie's husband is happy he's deaf.
I mean, you're not wrong, though.
That's literally what it was about.
And the thing is, like, Queenie was like, yeah, you won't say it here. And she was like, your husband's happy he's deaf.
I mean, if I was married to her, I'd probably cram a pencil in my own fucking ear.
You won't say it, you won't say it, you won't say it. And Patty was like, did you say this? And I went, hell yeah, I did.
It was great, honestly. Because you shouldn't be intimidated by speaking your mind. If you have an opinion, even if it's like that, that's okay. I mean, you're entitled to it. Control the chat a little better than others. But if you get like 4 or 5 people to be your mod and go live, I think you would do good. At talking about stuff and being rational and reasonable, about the whole situation, any situation that's going on. I think the more people that take an independent look at situations and say, why are they fighting? And let's look at the behavior of one party, let's look at the behavior of the other party, really analyze it and be like, what's going on here? Because we've fallen into a hole that says the only proof is what goes up on the screen. But if you look back at Petty, he'll be talking about some weird shit, and he'll have like a news article about how it's going to rain in Tennessee, and people reference that to that being the proof, because oh my god, there was text back there and he was talking. How to kickstart back into the behavior, because there's going to be some situations where the proof lies between Malibu and Stephanie. The iMessage receipt and Smash's excuse for it would lead everybody to believe, well, Smash said it. They use iMessage. Maybe they're worried something leaked. Maybe they're worried Stephanie got shook. Maybe she did get shook. Who knows? I did talk to Poppy. And I do have messages of me saying I'm willing to talk to Stephanie with all feelings aside, and she can give me her full side of the story. maybe that's what they're worried about. Maybe they should be looking at each other more than attacking everybody else. Because I'm just saying, everybody has a process. Behavior is that process. The behavior of these people have affected Muffin Man greatly for years. And maybe they deserve it back. Is it right? No. I can answer that. Is it wrong? Gladly.
But do you remember, I was going to say this to you a little while ago, on Smash's platform. Do you remember way back then, like, Smash was a completely different person than she is now. Like,
hold on. I don't want Devil's Kiss to be put in any situation where she's going to be where it's going to be perceived that she's talking shit about Smash.
Oh, no, it's not. No. I was just bringing up, like, the times, because I know Devil's Kiss was in when this stuff happened, but people would come in and say that they wanted to on a live, and we would, talk to them, bring them up in a box and shit like that. My own opinion, I feel it's very sad to look at how Smash is now, and I'm not asking you to confirm or deny that, so let me just put that out there now. It's just sad to me, like seeing how she is now compared to the Smash that I first met and the Smash that I would talk to off the app. It's just sad to me, to my opinion.
I agree.
So on that, I can say I saw a switch when everybody started coming at her the day we had that Craig man in the box.
For me, if I'm being honest, I saw the switch when Jenna, no offense to you down there, but I saw the switch when Jenna was no longer in her box and Malibu started being in her box. That's when I've seen a switch in Smash.
I would like to touch on the guy coming up in the box and everybody turning on her or saying stuff about it. That, to me, personally, in my opinion, they knew him off of favoritism. And it was proven that they knew him off of favoritism. But the timing, the questioning that I was giving Malibu was leading up to her association with the Muffin Man stuff. So that's been avoided. And one of the ways I feel like it was avoided was because of that. Because once he came up and once everybody found out that they knew him off of favoritism, that they were in contact with him, I feel like he got a text message saying, come in. Reasonably, that would be where my mind would go, because coincidences aren't really that on time, if in my opinion. But I don't want you to answer anything about that, because I don't want you to be put in a situation where Smash might take it negatively and attack you for it, because I don't want to do that.
No, but that's, because I'll tell her too, I'm not here to pick sides. I'm not picking sides. Like I said, I have love for both of you, but a lot of shit went down that night, and I saw a big shift in people that turned their back on her that night for platforming somebody that needed it. Now, as far as your statements, I can't speak on that, but I did notice a huge shift from that night.
Hey, Jenna, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. Just because OG did it, I'm gonna have to blame her now. I'm not responsible for anything that anyone in these boxes says. It is not my fault. If you have any questions, you can check out my video. I'm just letting you guys know.
No, I'm not saying it was your fault.
I know. No. OG, you missed the whole. No, you're good, girl. Promise. But basically, when people go live and there's an issue, it's all my fault. So you missed that chapter, but I do have a video. If you want to watch it, you can. But I'm just letting everyone in here know that what you said was not because I asked you to. It's not my fault that you just said that.
No, it's what I've seen myself. And actually, tonight is the first time Jenna and I have like talked or been in boxes together since.
So I'll explain it. There's a reason why I'm so cautious about my questioning.
I'm going to drop now with my pathetic self. I'm going to be in the comments, guys.
Thank you, Jenna.
I'll see your pathetic ass later.
I'm being cautious about my questioning with Devil's Kiss. I'm not trying to make it look like she's attacking Smash. I'm trying to make her turn on everybody. Because Smash does have a habit of attacking people when she is at blame. She is at fault. And she will attack people and try to deflect onto them. And the last thing I want is for Devil's Kiss to be attacked for being up here, being able to speak her mind, because that discourages people from doing it further. Anybody. That's why we're in the position we're in where nobody can have a conversation. And that's why I also never mention Jenna. Because Jenna has nothing to do with the Smash Bros situation whatsoever.
My bad. That's just when I noticed the change.
None of my opinions are based off of Jenna. They're not influenced by Jenna. They're influenced by my own personal interactions. And that's also why I recommend nobody needs to mention Jenna. We all know it was better back then. But you know what? We can't go into the past and get that same show back.
Right. But I mean, I can say, so take Jenna out of it. I will just say that I've noticed since Smash being around Malibu, she's changed.
But yeah, that's about all I got to say about that part. I'm looking to get back to the content that was scheduled that wasn't Smash related at all. If you have anything else to say, you're free to say it. Devil's Kiss.
No, that was pretty much it. But I do appreciate, everybody not, coming at me hard, swinging. So.
Yeah, nobody will. Nobody should. None of the people here, they're all reasonable. That you see like Nikki and Ram and Ash and OG and everybody. They're good people. They have.
I think you're cool. I've always.
Also, Jenna, I love you and I miss you.
I appreciate you, Devil's Kiss.
No, I appreciate you guys too. I'm gonna drop now with comments.
Okay. And if you have anything else to say, you're free to come back up. Say it in the comments. Again, it's a good conversation. It's a healthy way to proceed, and that's a great example of how to have a nice, calm, respectful back and forth with one another by letting one another speak. And being considerate of the other is a big one, too.
Like I said, I fucks with all y'all, so I just kind of bounce between everywhere, and I won't take sides. I don't take sides, and unless you do something vile to me personally, I have no issues with anybody on either side.
And I appreciate that, and that's a good way to be. And it's a good example to set for people as well, to be able to go anywhere and speak your mind and have that third-party perspective about what's going on.
Right? Can't we all just get along?
I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying to tell everybody what these people are doing, with the obsession and constantly talking down about other people, and it's weird.
It's literally what Florida man's lives have been about for the last couple days. That's all his lives have been about.
Oh, I teach. I'm also a preschool teacher. I teach my 4-year-olds that we all just need to be friends. So let's just all be friends. Let's all just be nice.
Girl, I give you credit, because how the fuck do you deal? My best friend's a school teacher too, and I'm like, no.
So I work at before school daycare, before school care, and then I do a pre-K wraparound, and then I go and I work at my piercing shop for 10 hours. I work about 15 hours a day.
Dang.
I start my day at 6:30 in the morning and I end at 9 at night.
Oof.
That is a lot of work, but I can tell that you enjoy doing it, and it's good. At least you're not bug spraying your refrigerator.
Right. There's food in my fridge and my kids are happy and, fed.
Speaking of food and kids, I'm about to send my 2 teenagers to you, because I was just sitting here like, man, Doritos and salsa sound good, and they ate all the damn Doritos, so you can have it.
I have an 18-year-old boy and a 15-year-old girl still at the house, okay? Keeping food in my fridge is difficult.
Yeah, I still got 2 almost 15-year-olds home, so they're gonna come to you now.
I will send them right the hell back. No, thank you. With all due disrespect, I don't want your teenagers.
They are good at like, you know, making sure their shit's picked up, though. I gotta give them that.
Pathetic Ash, nobody wants your kids either. I have enough. Sorry, not sorry. Alright, I'm gonna drop. But y'all have a great night, okay?
I appreciate you coming up. Thank you for that. Okay. So that is a great example. The narrative that you want to spin. How to be neutral and respectful.
Are you putting that background back up? Because if so, I was...
The example of how to have a bad one. How to derail. How to add anger to it. How to remove them. Even if they were points that were positive towards Smashley. The public should be able to hear all viewpoints. Not just the continuous bashing of one side or the other. Looking at things objectively promotes critical thinking. It promotes to stop for a second. Not just focus on the negatives, but look at the other side too. May not be as positive, may be positive. It doesn't matter. It's all data. My morals don't align with. That means hearing what Smashley has to say, hear the motive behind it, and see why I'm doing it as well. It's equal for both parties. For all parties. Look at everybody. Look at how we're all acting. So, I think we left off at cognitive closure and sunk cost.
How's Lies? Do you know you're in a box, honey?
I dropped him. To other creators, they algorithmic and social rewards. Algorithmic rewards can be the numbers of people that are in your life. Social rewards from those people that are already emotionally attached. They believe it's positive feedback, and it teaches you can't. Moral outrage studies done on Twitter show that people generally resort to that when people generally resort to that type of engagement to optimize their feeds to fit their narrative. Echo chambers and a spiral of silence. We did do the victim of it is self-censoring. The hostile narrative looks like the consensus. Meaning, if I were to be quiet, would look like the consensus. Like, that's what it is. Encouraging more people to pile on. It's a spiral of silence theory, and it helps explain the mute the minority dynamic. Now, these are all things that you guys should be independently researching if you're interested in it. Spiral of silence theory and mute the minority dynamic. And they've just begun research on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram to research the effects and how people use it. Now, on to why they invoke trigger topics and emotional frames. The effect heuristic. When people decide by feeling rather than facts, emotionally charged claims. Think of the kids, P3DO, narcissist, violence, bigotry, racism. That can short circuit. That can create the shortcut that we all have that removes careful evaluation, removes critical thinking, adds quick judgment, and is used to rally a crowd. There's plenty of literature out there about the effect heuristic, the effect that it has on us, why we developed it, why every human has it, ways to make it, to avoid it, because we all have it. The best way to avoid it is to take 60 seconds. Do I need to react to this now? Or would it be any different if I reacted and then make your decision based off of that? There is no rush to any of this. As an example, show proof shows the need for a rush, the sense of urgency that is created, then a trigger term like P3DO is thrown, which causes people to take that emotional shortcut to now demand proof. Now, by anything that has happened. The only thing is happy that Devil's Kiss was able to come up here and comfortable enough to speak her mind, and that everybody was respectful and nobody attacked her. That is what I'm happy about. We focus on the positives, and we start to of attention-seeking behavior that has consumed nearly everybody on this app. There's rumor psychology and repetition. Unverified stories spread. Now, if we use after the urgency that was displayed of show proof now. Free truth effect. You can Google that term. It is a real thing. Even when audiences know better, that makes constant, dramatic repetition of accusations especially potent. There's networked harassment as moral enforcement. Scholars describe morally motivated networked harassment where groups, a lot of people, weaponize brigading and dog piles, which is basically what Petty did to people. And making the participants in it feel justified in doing so. There are specific concerns on TikTok. Independent work that includes can amplify sensational, hostile content. It streams it quickly, it raises worries quickly, and it normalizes harmful narratives. You have a 10-second clip. You are able to absorb no context from the clip. You have an independent argument that people may catch a portion of, and they only see what they see from days before on either side. Why people try to silence a target? It's a platform tactic. It's in the playbook of tactics to use to become Pastor Petty, to become anybody. This is Santa Claus. This is what they do. They don't know, because we're at a point in this to where they've just seen. So you got pile-ups where, the whole platform gets rallied up to attack and mass report them. I've been a victim of that. Rem, you were there when I was getting mass reported. And then think about this logically. It's awful, but even the people speaking up saying, hey, let's look at this logically. It's awful, but even the people speaking up saying, hey, let's look at this logically. For an example, Rem last night with the conversation with Queenie. I went into Queenie to, and I'm like, that's fair. I respect Rem. So I'm going to do my best to go off of that because I know that's the right thing. And the example is Rem advocating to give Queenie a chance to have a conversation. Had an effect on me to do so as well. Advocating to give Queenie a chance to have a conversation had an effect on me to do so as well, because of the mutual respect we have for one another. I know Rem said, God forgives, Rem doesn't. And I can be the receipt that says that that's true. I've been around Rem long enough to know that God forgives and Rem doesn't.
Hey, Flutterman. Can I cut you off real quick?
Yeah.
It is Mini Mittens' birthday.
Many mittens.
No, Animal, I'm not going to say his name.
No names. You've had a good day?
Take your mom's cash out. His name.
No names. You've had a good day?
Take your mom's cash out. Sorry, mittens.
For positive reasons, for sure. And that's a positive reason.
Absolutely.
That's great, too. We can take a moment.
I think everybody that's comfortable in boxes should get up and say it.
Yeah, if they're comfortable. You're welcome up.
Hey, Mittens, I hope you have an awesome day.
Aw, that's so nice.
Okay, bye.
Oh, shit.
Birthday, Mini Mittens. Happy birthday, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Hopefully, we'll get you out another sleep candle, okay? I'm gonna hop down.
Okay, thank you, Monster.
Happy birthday, Mini Mittens. Give your mom a hard time today.
Shut up, Ash. Thanks, Florida
Shut
man.
the fuck up.
Find pathetic in a new way tonight. It now means good people who care about other people, who do more than care about themselves or the numbers or anything like that. That is the most surprising part to me. But it's a lesson to everybody. Not everybody has to agree, but I think it's very clear. But we're going to continue. That was a great birthday stop break for a moment. Why they try to silence a target, the dogpiling and the match report, including the dogpiling and the doxing and the rumor seeding. Rumor seeding meaning like, I can show proof you're a P3DO. That's rumor seeding, which increases fear cost for speaking. What that means is, well, if I stand up and speak out against them, they're going to do it to me. And that's what a lot of people look like. And it fuels the spiral of silence. Darvo, I had mentioned that in the conversation with Smashley. Deny attack, reverse victim, and offender. And she laughed and said, you've been doing your research because I caught it. If you catch it, you know they're doing it on purpose. When they respond with a laugh or, they acknowledge the fact that you just said that. If they were not aware that they were doing it, they would not know what it is. They paint the target as the aggressor while claiming to be victims. It's useful for mobilization of platforms, sympathy, and punishing people who speak out. Why some people weaponize the legal process. Most protection orders are legitimate life-saving tools and intimate partner violence and stalking. Research shows they can reduce harm and increase a victim's sense of safety. Used as a shield, not a sword, when someone with a protection order constantly targets, harasses, and follows the person that they have
Just a second.
person that they have the protection order against, it becomes a legal system abuse, also called paper abuse. It is the misuse of legal processes to control or punish. The example is filing strategic petitions, filing strategic protection orders, or leveraging court orders to chill speech. This pattern is recognized in domestic abuse research and court literature. It creates perjury. False statements are crimes. If someone lies under oath or in sworn filings, such as protection orders, that's perjury. That's false statements. Serious offenses under U.S. law. Penalties vary by jurisdiction, but federal overviews note felony exposure. How this validates the smear, the psychology behind it. If the target fails, falls silent to avoid litigation risk, bad faith actors claim silence equals guilt. Repetition and the absence of counter speech then inflate perceived truth, the illusory truth effect. When you're putting the pieces together, you look at status and identity, grandstanding, parasocial loyalties, prime fixation, algorithm rewards. Algorithms reward outrage, creating reinforcement loops, emotion-first narratives, affect heuristics, rumors, and repetition that mobilizes crowds. Norm-enforcing framing. justifies harassment as protecting the community. As we've seen with the, quote, beggars, where people said, we're protecting people. Yeah. Silencing tactics. Brigading, mobilizing people to attack. Darvo. It suppresses counter speech. Legal misuse shows it further. Silence plus repetition produce perceived validation. Practical protections that are research aligned. Documentation, discipline. Save everything. Save every time that you have been in a TikTok live and someone who has falsely put a protection order on you has came in. And save every time that you have been invited to a live and people who have falsely put a protection order on you are in there. Especially when they claim he's not supposed to be in here. It's illegal. Oh my God. Screen record threats. Obtain chats between them and other people that show malicious intent. Keep a log of everything. This aligns with the best practice guidelines from harassment mitigation research. You reduce amplification. Avoid quoting, tweeting, duets. Avoid participating in the pile-ons. Counter with concise facts on your own channel or neutral venues. Repetition helps truth too. Community inoculation. Teach your audience about affect heuristics, Darvo, so they can recognize manipulative steps. Safety and welfare. If stalking or threats are present, consult local resources and consider legitimate protection order. They can reduce risk. The effectiveness varies, enforcement context matters, all that. Legal counsel. If you believe a legal process is being misused against you, a licensed attorney can advise on your jurisdiction-specific defenses, contesting false claims, and anti-SLAPP where applicable. General research recognizes system abuse, but remedies are highly local, meaning you have to take action. So, when I'm scared of them, becomes they are my whole life. It is one of the strongest forms of social theater acts on the internet. Someone posts that they're terrified of a creator or a subject, then spend weeks, months, years talking about shaming, tracking, and just being where that person is, knowing where they are, wanting to know where they are, requesting the public's aid, asking the public for help to bash this person. They're all signs of that social theater act. They say they're afraid, but they keep showing up. They claim this person controls their life. But every new comment, every new discussion, every new bash session proves the opposite. The person in question occupies their entire attention. That contradiction isn't accidental. It is a feature of how attention, identity, and social media incentives interact. And understanding the why is the first step towards stopping it. Why this happens, the psychology behind the obsession, is fear as a performance. Saying I'm scared can be a rhetorical move to gain sympathy and moral authority. Declaring fear frames the speaker as vulnerable and the target as dangerous. It justifies outrage and mobilizes followers. In short, public fear is often performative, not private. Identity and tribe building. Online callouts are a shortcut to belonging. Rallying others against a shared enemy builds group identity fast. The target becomes the glue that holds the community together. Their flaws are the story, and the role is the oracle who reveals it. Validation through attention. Every like, share, and comment is a reward. In a platform economy optimized for engagement, repeating attacks becoming an attention business. As you see, Scammy Clouds repeatedly attacks everybody, but more people as well. The more you talk about someone, the more visible you are. And visibility can be equated with confirmation bias and sunk cost escalation. Once someone has publicly decided the target is bad, new information that contradicts that story is ignored or reinterpreted. It's easier to double down than to admit being wrong, especially with an audience watching. The FX shortcut. Emotion beats evidence on social feeds. Trigger words and emotional frames, kids, abuse, violence, peace radio, narcissist, short circuit, critical thinking, and mobilize people faster than a careful argument would. Parasocial amplification. Fans develop one-sided intense attachments to creators. Defending your person against a supposed villain feels emotionally necessary, even if defense looks like constant harassment. Identity displacement. For some, this fixation substitutes for other problems: boredom, loneliness, low self-esteem, or stalled projects. Making someone the story gives purpose and attention without doing real work on one's life. The paradox. Silence versus obsession. The mask of fear is convenient. If you publicly claim someone scares you, you get to demand protection and outrage while the person you accuse becomes the only thing you talk about. That silence via threat dynamic can also be weaponized. If the target stops talking to avoid escalation, critics portray silence as guilt. The loop completes itself: accusation, silence, perceived validation, more accusation. And it goes back. It loops and loops and loops. How to stop it? For the people that are caught in the loop. If you're one of the people who follow someone around you, or if you're one of the people that follow somebody around, posting about them, talking about them, going live about them endlessly, while claiming to be terrified, this is for you. I won't moralize. I'll give steps that actually work. These are the short-term actions that you should take. Mute, unfollow, and block. Immediately remove the person from your feed. You don't need to keep watching so you can respond. You do not win by spectating your own spiral. Disable notifications for drama sources. Turn off push notifications for drama accounts that you are fearful of and continue to follow. And turn off comment alerts that trigger you. Set a 48-hour pause rule. Before you post another video, before you hit the live button again, before you go on another rant about this person, wait 48 hours and put it away in your mind. Often, the impulse, you'll see the pattern. Write one sentence, don't post it, and don't say it. If you feel compelled to respond or expose, write one sentence privately explaining why you care. Paragraph, ask yourself whether it's worth public energy. Replace talking about that individual with a small, productive action. Here is the midterm actions that you can, start to turn into habits. These build over weeks of consistent use. Track your time and your mood. Use your phone's screen time tool for 1 week. Note how many hours you spend on the obsession and how you feel after. If you must follow the situation, give it one 20 to 30 minute block a day. Reclaim an identity. Pick one thing you actually care about that's constructive. A hobby, a side project, learning a skill. Spend time you'd spend obsessing on that person, growing that project. Follow positive creators and accounts that model restraint. Swap out reactive feeds with creators who post creativity, learning, or nuance. Your algorithm learns fast. Practice humility in public. When you do post about others, try to model "I could be wrong" language. It reduces performative certainty and protects your reputation. Today, in my conversation with Pag, where I said I was not going to discount the relationship that I had with Enabler. I'm not going to say it was all bad, but even though it ended bad, you still have to look at the positives. That's the restraint. That's the humility. That's the not judging people off of one action. Show some humility. Now here's the long-term change. These help you retain your social reflexes. Ask yourself, what's my role in this story? Are you the storyteller, the investigator, or the audience? Move to audience or leave. Being the storyteller comes with responsibility. Most people choose it without the work. Learn basic argument hygiene. Do we know what argument hygiene is? The best example of argument hygiene is the argument with Smashley was washed away. Don't attack in arguments. Don't personally attack in arguments. Don't spread claims of trigger topics without immediate sources to back it up. Your reputation depends on it. If you call somebody a P3DO, people will then see that, well, in my example, that 3 years, people notice that. Basic argument height to one another. Be showing respect. That is okay to not agree with them. That is okay, but they are allowed to speak their mind because it is their right to do so. Check. Why now? Ask yourself, why does this person matter today? If the answer is they make good content for my audience or it gets engagement, that's a red flag. If a creator is only basing their metrics off of the number of people they attract, that creator is a bad. If someone has made you their whole life and you're the target, here are steps to protect your sanity and your safety. Document everything. Save posts, screenshots with dates, video URLs, and messages. Keep a timeline. Limit engagement. Don't feed the account. Mute, block, and use privacy settings. Report coordinated harassment. Each accusation often fuels more content. Choose 2 actions. Either A, a clear public statement if necessary, or B, document and legally perverse evidence if it escalates. Notice I had the evidence server. It was a very clear, open public statement that was full of receipts that people could access because there was no way to combat all of everything. So it was there. I've been taking these steps for a long time, by the way. Just not publicly. Now that I'm nearing the ends of these steps and the legal process is about to begin for these steps, I'm informing everybody of things that work. I didn't want to misinform you 6 months ago with something that may not work, but with just steady focus that you should not have to spend. You should not have to take the time out of your life to focus on making people leave you alone when you do not want anything to do with them, when you are allowed to exist in life and on this internet without having people obsess over you, falsely claim things about you, and do the worst they can to you to benefit themselves and how they feel. It's pretty awful.
Rem has a question.
Yeah, Rem, what's up? I'm going to finish this last one, and then Okay. So, to continue, lean on trusted allies offline. Have a small group of people who can speak to your character if needed. Real witnesses matter more than loud online noise. And then, self-care is not a weakness. Protect your time, mental health, and energy. Consider professional help if the harassment impacts your well-being. Hey, Mimi, do you know your inbox? Probably not. So, why stopping matters for you and everybody else. Obsessing over one person converts your mind into a drama loop machine. It wastes time, erodes nuance, and trains an algorithm that rewards cruelty on the cultural level. It cheapens civic discourse. Important fights are drowned in spectacle, and people who actually need attention are ignored. For the individual, the payoff of stopping is immediate. Calmer mornings, fewer angry outbursts, and a life less curated around another person's existence. Social status earned by tearing someone down is brittle. The societal currency of empathy, curiosity, and creativity last. Accountability and obsession. There are real cases where calling someone out is necessary and morally justified. This is not for them. It's for the people who live in the posture of outrage and whose lives orbit around someone else's mistakes or presence. Accountability aims to correct harm. Obsession aims to fill emptiness. Recognize the difference between the two. Obsession with one person online when they want nothing to do with you, and why it's dangerous. Online obsession is when your attention, content, and emotions orbit a single person or group who isn't engaging you back. You study their post, you study their lives, you track their friends, you look their friends up, you attack their friends, you interpret their silence, and build a running commentary about them. It feels like accountability. It feels like closure. It feels like protection. It's actually a loop. Attention, reaction means more attention. That consumes your time and identity while the other person opts out. Why does it start? Identity filler. If you don't feel solid about who you are or what you're building, a nemesis, a villain, gives instant purpose. Parasocial drift. One-sided relationships make strangers feel close. Rejection or indifference from this feels personal. Validation economy. Drama earns clicks, likes, comments, shares, reposts. Your audience rewards every new update, which trains you to keep going. Cognitive lock-in. After you take a public stance admitting new facts or changing your mind threatens your image, doubling down feels safer. Let me repeat that part for you. It's called cognitive lock-in. After you take a public stance, admitting new facts or changing your mind threatens your image. Doubling down feels the control fantasy. Focusing on them distracts from problems you can't control. It creates the illusion that if you just prove enough, something will fix itself. Why it's dangerous for everyone. It rewires your attention. you become reactive. Your content, your creativity shrinks, and your reactivity grows. It normalizes escalation. The line between commentary and harassment blurs fast. The line between commentary and degrading also blurs fast.
The darkest chapters in music history.
I took that demon to.
Are you ready to go in timeout?
No,
Are you ready to go in timeout?
no. It's getting started, bitch.
Holy fuck.
Just getting started.
Hello, Beth. Hello, Beth. Hello, Ranger. Hello, Luciana.
Thank you, Mitch.
I missed it, so I don't know what happened. We got the tail end of it. All I know is someone came in the chat and they're like, "Smashes in FM's box," and Holly Mae's like, "Smashes the fuck where? Fuck where?" I was like, "Oh hell no!" I was like, "Oh hell no!"
Good morning, everyone.
Ah, look at that.
I just came up. I know it's early. I just want to say this. Diagnosed Amnesia Talk accused me of supporting Hamas. Because I was
Diagnosed amnesia
Amnesia
talk.
Talk. Yeah.
Accused you of what?
Supporting Hamas.
Fuck's sakes, why?
Yeah, listen, and I wouldn't even say anything about it. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, listen, and I wouldn't even say anything about it. It's so ridiculous, but whatever. It's your. There's a big platform, so I just wanted to say whatever. It's your. There's a big platform, so I just wanted to say I was in Snark's live yesterday. Scammy was in hers. Snark's live yesterday. Scammy was in hers. You know how she is. Like, show the receipts. Why aren't you showing the receipts? You have to be guilty if you're not showing the receipts. Anyway, and I said in Pam's live, let's have some critical thinking skills here. If I were you, they're so desperate now to get these receipts that I would make them in disappearing ink. And when you showed them on the screen and she was about to take screenshots, they would disappear. Poof. That's what I said. And we laughed, LOL, blah, blah, blah. And from that, they said, oh, Ranger must be laughed, LOL, blah, blah, blah. And from that, they said, oh, Ranger must be supporting Hamas. She better stay in Germany because the US government doesn't like that. Regardless, it's so ridiculous. I just wanted to address it and say, just because I commented on how ridiculous I think this is about demanding seeing receipts and why aren't you showing the receipts? You have to be guilty if you're not showing the receipts. That does not equal supporting anything. And that's all I wanted to say.
Listen, receipts, especially when you're being accused of certain things, right? Like me, right? Currently being accused of making profiles about children.
Yes.
I'm all for people showing receipts. But when it comes to that stuff over there, just because, listen, I don't know. Like, to me, Pam was happy. She was invested in something mentally. Um, I, I I haven't been following any of that, honestly. I see what you're saying. You just made it mean because you make a comment that means you're
agreeing with something. I get that totally, that they shouldn't
Yeah,
assume.
Yeah, it's just my opinion. Okay, it's just
And
my
your
opinion.
everybody's opinions matter for sure.
Right. Like, it's my opinion that nobody's owed anything here. If she wants to show the receipts, show the receipts. But realistically, if that doesn't mean I have to, and even if I don't want to, that does her business. And whatever's going on, saying I support, like, oh my God, I'd make it that receipt and just
Started getting suspicious. I was like, I thought it was funny that like she was asking for like at least a rose from people before you got receipts to like if you don't, shit went awry.
Right, and see,
paid attention for.
Understand your personality, then those kind of things shouldn't be like, they shouldn't just, I think they're pretty, you know, I don't really get. It's like you either
yeah,
can tell or you can't tell. It's kind of off.
Yeah, and like I said, I just wanted to tell you guys like that. I
Not
was
for
just
me. Okay,
saying.
Virgo.
I was just saying, in my opinion, if I didn't, I don't know. It's whatever. I'm not going to get involved in it. I don't.
But
I
I
don't
think
support
the
snark.
bottom line is you're saying that you do not.
100. My husband. I'll just say this too. I don't know if people know this. I know some of. He fought those type of organizations every day of his military life. He deployations every day of his military life. He deployed in our 20-year marriage. My husband deployed 9 times. Deployed in our 20-year marriage. My husband deployed 9 times. And schools and actual for letting me come up. And schools and actual for letting me come up and say that.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye guys.
For your his services, and thank you for yours as well, because it was one for 10 years.
Mitch.
10 years.
Mitch. Yes, Devil's Kiss. You're. I'm not good. I'm not good.
What did I miss? Am I safe up here? Should I'm just joking. I mean, you can yourself like that watching. I'm just joking. I mean, you can yourself like that watching. Oh, never mind. I already know. I already know. How many more days we got left?
For what?
We talked about this earlier today on the poor me, because we talked about this earlier today on the poor me, because oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Not the date blank stare. Not the date blank stare. Come on, ding 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 care. Come on, ding 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 PMS.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
With an F in the middle. Just so chocolate and run
Yeah, I'm
fast.
just like, I'm so fucking.
I know, I'm trying to make you laugh. It's not working. I really think I'm just gonna end and make it's not working. I really think I'm just gonna end and make Ranger's gonna have to redo my contract. I need more. We need to put more on there.
Yeah, we gotta get another week on there, Ranger.
Oh, thank you, Hobby. I was just being facetious. Thank you. I appreciate you, honey.
I'm honestly like, Mind blown.
What happened? I got the tail end of it when you called them idiots, and they were very pressed about that. That's all I could say. Hey, Corn Bucket. I said it. Yeah, they were like, Devil's Kiss. How do you feel about her calling us pathetic? I'm not quite sure how I feel about Angela Lynn. Angela Lynn. There you go. Hey, Virgo. Oh yeah, I've gotten up right. Um, the first time's the hardest, and it just gets easier, right? Each time it happens to you. But I know what I have and have not done on this app, and the people who know me, and even the people that were in that lab, have to be thinking to themselves, "Well, I wasn't even around when all that started." But yep, consider the source. So I really, hi, Jack. Yeah, there is no proof for sure, because
It's just crazy. What I think really irks me is not even like what he's saying. Is like the people who have known me for a whole lot longer than most people on this app aren't asking for receipts for the simple fact that they don't like me anymore. And so you're not going to do the right thing and ask for receipts. And then you wonder why I don't want a fuck thing to do with you. You know?
it cracks me up when they say you've changed. Well, what? That you don't want to sit around people doxing people and going real life on people?
Robbing people or right.
I mean, if
fuck
that
me, right?
if that change is a negative change for them, but a positive change for you, then it's a win-win for you. And I don't know. I changing. Man, listen, I'm 56, and I try to change something about me every day, whether it's the way I comb my hair or the bad food that I might eat that day. Like, listen, I've done two days in a row. I've done good at lunchtime, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, I mean, could always have change in life, no matter what age you are. Change is good. Yep, most of the time, exactly. For Smash, the change has been good. Yeah, they said that your
Tell me you don't know
insides.
what the fuck you're talking about, OG, without telling me.
They said your insides have gotten as ugly as the outside of Malibu. I was like,
That's what you
Regina's like, wait a minute, did you not just see Malibu's picture in the
right? Like,
orange
is that not a
jumpsuit?
compliment? What? My smoking ass, I could only hope to look like fucking Malaho at fucking 56 years old. Shit.
Thank you, Jules. Oh, that was cute. Oh gosh, I can hear a squeak.
No, it's not that.
Oh, thank you, Ranger. That part, OG Mama Lo.
What fucking time is it there, bro? What?
It's 10 o'clock.
No, not here, sorry.
Oh, right. You can be absolutely stunning on the outside, but if you have an ugly soul,
Never mind. I got an ad on fucking Snapchat. It was like a KFC ad, but I totally thought somebody sent me a video of the KFC.
oh yeah, they changed
The
it.
last I knew, they had good coleslaw and good macaroni and cheese. And like the chicken, like I'm not a big fan of fried chicken, anyways. But
Unless it's Gaines. Oh, you do.
coleslaw. All right. So what do we got?
You missed. Did you see Queenie's live?
No.
Oh,
I got.
I
All
could
right.
go.
I need 1 minute to crash out. I just want to say that if a bitch so delusional that she thinks people still fucking believe that she's not fucking believes you, then you sound delusional.
If she said it 36 times this week, just imagine how many times it's been said this year.
She literally comes on just to tell people she's not on the app.
Right. And you really had the gall to say something about the way Malibu looks.
I mean,
only literally dream.
She's younger than Malibu and looks older than Malibu.
and for someone who has claimed that this app pushed her into a mental health crisis, and I'm not saying that's not true, but for someone who has allegedly went through that, for you to say some fuck ass shit like that is so crazy to me. But you want people to feel bad for you. You really do. Newsflash. I don't.
Yeah.
I fucking don't, because you're evil as fuck. And you really just like aren't a good person. So stop trying to tell yourself that you are. Just make the changes and be a better person.
Right. And did you hear her? She's like, and Smash, Florida Man was there for you he came in your box every day when you were going through that shit that Malibu put you through for when she did what she did. Oh, gee, I know damn well, you know that I was set up by Florida Man. And you know, and I know you damn well know that that was not what they were accusing me of spreading or giving to Smash. Because I gave it to one person, but it wasn't what everybody accused me of. But Florida Man set me up, and you know that. So he came to be her savior, to, look good.
Like he just recently tried to do with Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I am not gonna talk shit about Florida Man, but like I can't get behind any of this shit. Like it's just so crazy that it's went like to the other side. Like we're in
Yes,
delusional territory.
Mm-hmm.
No receipts. We're in
Yes,
delusional territory.
Mm-hmm.
No receipts. We're making crazy accusations. What the fuck are we doing? We're wasting time doing nothing. Like, what is the point of all of this? I don't get it. Okay, I'm done.
Thank you.
Can't believe you
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you, Virgo.
Yeah, Mama Moo. It's all hoopla.
It's okay, KJ. A lot of people don't know because I haven't spoken on it because it's not worth it. I don't fight with people in my real life. Smash will tell you that. Um, I, I'm not gonna fight with idiots on the internet that have lied on me. Just not gonna do it. It's not worth it.
That's my favorite pastime. Is fighting with
Yeah,
idiots.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're such good friends, but it's not even funny.
I was in the box earlier and I saw her like, what the fuck is happening? Where are you? Didn't
Yeah,
even know where I
because
was. I was like, oh, snuck in.
they're like, Malibu, do you know she's up there? And I was like, I do now.
She's like, where are you? I didn't even respond.
No, she didn't. Until
She
she
said,
got.
where are you? She said 8:43. What are you doing? Where are you? I said, mind your business. I'm honestly lucky not to get cussed out tonight. All right, hold on, I'm waiting for the plug.
She didn't. Listen, I guess I only control her when she's in here. I can't control her when she's not in her own life.
Good night, Mitch. Love you, honey.
Good night, Mitch.
And nobody can control me anyway.
It's funny too because I just wish both sides could just let it go and be done. Devil's Kiss, I wish it would be too, but I'm gonna honestly say I haven't spoken on any of them. So we already know why he does what he does to me. But you know, maybe one day they'll all grow up. I don't know. But and why I hadn't seen her walk in the door, and I was like, what is she doing? What is she up to? Why is she so quiet? Then I thought, hi CJ. Then I thought, oh, maybe she's just spending time with the hubby. Mm. Then someone comes in and puts in the chat, smashing Florida man's box. And I was like, and I put in caps in the comments, what? Then I put Gloria, 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 like looking for Gloria so she could stream it. They literally got the last 10 seconds of you. That's all we heard.
Well, in the meantime, until Florida Bitch ends his live, we got Queenie, so we're gonna listen to Queenie.
That'll be 3:00 in the morning, so let's just listen to
We'll
Queenie.
just start that up to tomorrow. Tomorrow night.
Oh, it's not even worth it, really. Yes, Candace, she
Play
did.
where I was in a box, that's all.
Oh. Everybody needs to penalize her and not gift her at all tonight. She's in trouble. I tried to put her in timeout and she ignored me.
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
All right.
Oh, absolutely, Devil's Kiss. That's what they do.
You're trying to reach.
God damn. Sorry. What?
She's grounded.
Oh yeah, God. I knew I would. That's why I didn't tell anybody, because then they would have talked me out of it. Sometimes I just like to be willy-nilly messy. Sometimes I do. Alright.
No longer taking calls from hating ass bitches. Please hang up and never try again.
What'd you get?
Said from the time I got in that fucking box.
Alright, she's on fire already. Ready?
Trying to find a reason for a while.
Hold on, I gotta.
Calls from hating ass bitches. Please hang up and never try again.
Can't hear you, girl.
We're gonna keep a tally on how many times a motherfucker cut us off. We're gonna keep a tally from the very beginning, because I watched it. I actually watched it last night of what I said, and I honestly, people have been telling me for a while that these people wanted to find a reason to argue. It's been quite a few of y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. I hear it last night. Holly, you been trying to find a fucking reason, but.
So somebody said, something along the lines, I'm going to paraphrase here, of Florida man is super obsessed with saying that he don't need this app for money. And then somebody said that it was because he gets it from other places. What did you say? Like robbing people? Well, I don't know. I don't know if I was like, oh, it's because he steals it from other places. I was close.
You tried to twist it. You tried to make this narrative out of something. Then Lindsay, I don't know who the fuck you are, baby. I don't know you. You can't make me know you. I usually follow back the people that I know. Thank you. I follow back the people that I know, and you got in that box and called me a flip-flopper. No, what a flip-flopper is who the people you're about to fucking listen to. Been flip-flopping since flip-flopping was flip-flopping. They said pay attention to the makeup and the fucking breakups. That's what I know what I said from the time I got in that fucking box. You just refused to listen and tried to pick a fight over nothing. which was stupid. For what? And then I even went back and listened to the live. I got the clips. Went back and listened to the live. And like I said, it was said that, where's Queen E? What does she have to do with what we're talking about? She's not in the live, but anybody with eyes can see that I wasn't fucking there. Like I said last night, I had to come in and say, I haven't even been around. I came in and said, I've been in messy talk from the beginning. You just didn't want to hear it. You called JC out, called her fucking shady, called her shady for what? I wasn't even talking. That's the crazy part. She didn't do a fuck thing. Hey, welcome in. Good morning. But to you want to have a reason, and from what I hear from like so many people that reached out last night, from what I hear, y'all been doing this to a lot of fucking people. And then who the fuck would want to come around that bullshit? Y'all randomly picking arguments with people. Oh, you don't like me? Access denied. I'm on fire, I spit gasoline. Scary like I'm Halloween. Eat me like a jelly bean. I hopped off the limousine. But then I'm person here. But you know what's crazy is their own little friend group sink ships. Yes. Okay, good. So, Missy, you'll get to rehear it. People have been telling me, they were messaging me from the moment I got in that box saying, get down, they're going to start with you. Get down, they're going to start with you. A whole bunch of people, get down, they're going to start with you. I was getting blown the fuck up. These comment cousins has been around. They've been around. They hang in both spots. Box one time and said, I called her. Jumped up there and said it. But you instantly picked JC up. Make that shit make sense. Hey, make that shit make sense. It didn't. She's not in this live. Like, I'm not in the live. She's not even in the live. I haven't even been around. I had to come and say, a motherfucker, if I'm catching strays, and I'd say this was a hell of a motherfucking stray, because Sunshine kept going up, y'all talked about my disabled child and this and that. Kendra, you also lied. You also lied. The night monster shit happened, yes.
Have to take the iPad out, do I? No, because she's the one that did it, damn it.
What they were saying, so it's making me look at y'all like, damn, maybe they were right about some of the shit they were saying. The opposing side. It took JC was up there. I didn't speak up for JC, and JC didn't speak up for me. But do you know motherfuckers was sitting up there speaking for Holly Mae? And I had literally gotten OG needed a
hold up. Oh, where's how? Let me get goddamn. You know what? The bells are dinging. No, Tommy. Well, no, that was the iPad one. Nikki. Who posted it? Who had a whole live with it? Mm-hmm. Not that bell,
in that motherfucker. And what did you do? It don't make no sense, y'all. It really don't. Y'all got to do better, really. But let's get to it. Thank you for uploading the thing before the time I woke up. You had it already. Get some tea, girl. I appreciate it. You worked quick. So, already talking shit while I was over there. I call a motherfucker slow. I call a motherfucker whatever I want.
That's an example of that's really exactly what I was saying. I'm just gonna finish this and I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna go live. Y'all like Amanda, Grim.
And let's get this straight as well. I said Brooks Live, those are two different people, sweetheart. And I make it very clear what I'm talking about from the beginning. You just couldn't y'all feel.
That's an example right there.
I don't want to click on code.
Now look, I'm about to drop 5 and go live.
You what?
You gotta see what you wanted.
Between Rick and Dennis. Right, I'll be behind because they were
Bruh. If you're slow, as you would say,
We all know that. And let me say, I hate the fact that I even have to fucking do this against some people that I felt I sat with, but this ain't the first time. Not even 4 hours after I got a message from Bree while I was doing other shit. She went live and talked shit about me. I got that clip as well. It was definitely sent to me because that's what people were saying. Friends to the app, but it was like you were itching to run and fucking come to the app. My motherfucking friendship is not based off of a fucking mod badge. A mod badge don't mean a fuck thing. If I don't want to be tied to the shit going on your platform and I don't want your shit, oh, she's a mod for her, what the fuck you think I'm going to do? I'm going to unfucking mod. Thank you very much. Thank you for the gift. I'm going to unmod and I'm going to unmod you. But I see your friendship is based off of a fucking mod badge, which is very fucking sad. It's very sad. It really is. You, not even 4 fucking hours after the time, and then you message me and talk about you want to talk or no. That was the message. It wasn't like, hey, you good? It wasn't, hey, do you have time to have a conversation? It wasn't none of that. It was like, do you want to talk or no? And then 4 hours later at 10 p.m., I was being talked about. Hey, welcome in. Whoever, I understand if you unmind yourself, I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I totally get it. Having people coming at you behind somebody else, how JC called it
Did you
straight.
say something to me?
I don't want that for none of y'all. But this clicky shit and this, oh, you got to ride for me shit when I want you to, and I'm going to ride when I want to, but I'm going to keep turning every conversation around about me. Because that's exactly what happened. Even the sunshine night. It was, where's Queen E? What does she have to do with what we're talking about? She's not even in the live, is what was said. And then it was making fun of her again. Turn this down. I want to listen to something else. And making it about, oh, they threatened to do this to me. That's what it was about. If it's not centered around certain people, it's a fucking problem. And y'all all have a fucking voice. If you want to use it, use it. Don't be intimidated or scared by no motherfucking body. But here we go. But I know. Listen, because I know what she showed. I don't know if I remember like actually seeing it, but I remember Regina saying, like, I didn't reach out to her. I recall this, and she just sat there and lied. That's the whole reason I went in there to begin with. Was Tangled, really. I saw Tangled was live, and I popped in there. Didn't even know it was fucking them. So do y'all not understand when I say I saw Tangled live from the FYP, right? That's Tangled's username. That's not Amanda's. I didn't know who the fuck live it was. I couldn't even see OG was in the fucking box. So, yeah. Amanda ended up hearing and seeing fucking OG. And then, of course, I'm going to ask, why are you telling this lame lie again? You're sitting here saying, oh, I just got back on the app for 2-3 weeks. And she didn't even say just got back.
Broad question there, Bev.
And that was more than fucking 3 weeks ago. And you're sitting here telling me that you just came on the app because you got a message. If you've been on the app for 3 weeks, telling me that a lot's been going on, that ain't what brought you back, bitch. You've been here. So I'm talking about OG being off the app. I'm about to play it. I plan on playing the recording of his baby mama, and I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna play it. His baby mama. Yep, sure is. Is it he over there? Yep. He's so starved for fucking attention. Mittens and all of them. Wasn't none of them up in there. And it's, oh, Mittens, come here. Mittens, tell me. Oh, gee. Can you let Florida Man talk? Well, she blocked me. I don't give a fuck who don't like me.
I don't want to hear one motherfucking thing, OG, about what I'm about to show, because I'm going to show it fucking all. Because you fucking lying on me, I don't give a fuck. You deserve this.
Good morning.
Give me a big box.
Can I ask you real quick? Queenie, do you still have that recording of that 3-hour call you had with?
So where Malibu gathered that I had a recording, I don't know, because anybody that was in that live, Florida Man was the one threatening me with a fucking call, and I kept saying replay it. But you see how they tried even switching this, because Holly asked about the same shit prior, so y'all been trying. With him, he never, and see that I never recorded anything. He was trying to threaten me with saying that he had a.
So, hold on.
3-hour call. He was threatening me, and I kept telling him, play that shit then. But he wouldn't play it because he knew he was on there. He must have been hired or something, but he was running his fucking mouth, talking about how he backed you in a fucking corner and how he basically wasn't going to show everybody anything. And that's what made me go live and be like, he's fucking with y'all. So if y'all remember in the beginning, those that were there, I'm the one that went live and said, Florida Man said, and told everybody about Florida Man is playing y'all. No. I don't know how many of y'all were.
Because you were still cool with Florida Man after the whole call incident. Where it went awry was when Florida Man, Malibu, that was when it went awry. Then there was a problem. If you know, you know. If you were there for it, you know.
Right. I mean, he didn't really defend me. He defended you to defend me because he was feeling bad for you having to be dragged because of what he did to set me up. I mean, was nothing ever about me.
Right, but I'm saying that she didn't
Yeah.
like the fact, right?
She got mad
She
when
had
he came
she had
out.
a
Yeah.
narrative to push, and then the push didn't go to a shove, right, if you will. And then that's when she got upset.
No, Cartel, not after he called her sister. After during the time I was being dragged for the setup, at some point in time, him and Queenie call. She was fine with whatever call they had during that time, but then once he came out and said it wasn't CP, then she got mad, and that's when she wanted the call played.
If not, he would have still been motherfucking going live, telling them whatever in the fuck he wanted to tell them, not giving them shit.
Right. Okay, that's all I wanted to ask. Thank you.
He was threatening me. I wish he would have recorded it. I told him.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did.
He ain't got no fucking recording because he was running his mouth and he put his fucking foot in his mouth and told on his fucking self. And I decided, well, hey, I'm gonna tell. You got like fucked up. Everybody wants to see some shit, and you ain't planning on showing nobody nothing. You're playing with them. Yeah. He was trying to get other people to give up fucking receipts. That's what it was. And wouldn't nobody give none up.
Well, there were no receipts about me to give.
No, he's not about you. I'm just saying on all.
You see that comment? Remember the name we were trying to think of today?
Oh, yeah, that's the name. Thank you, Get to the Center. You're welcome, live and let live.
They phones, taking screenshots. Remember, he was trying to get the OG chats out of me.
We were on the struggle bus today trying to fucking remember that
you can
goddamn
send them
name.
to me. I wouldn't send him shit.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So is there any confusion? Back in May, I was asking about Malibu when she had made a comment about her job and using her other TikTok. And then again that day.
Wait, can you tune into Holly Babel quick?
Oh, are we going on Holly May? Or hold on.
Yes, they said she's clocking the false jacket on me.
Look at it. I didn't even have to type that shit in, bitch.
Feel like I'm going after people. I'm not trying to go after nobody. I'm just saying, like, that it's literally life altering. I literally can pull up clips from when Muffin Man first was around and she was screaming at the top of her lungs, not literally screaming, but telling everybody how much she had proof it was Stephanie and all the things. And now all of a sudden it's Malibu. I don't think that's right. Regardless who likes Malibu or Smash,
sorry.
It doesn't matter. Put that shit to the side and think about how that could affect somebody's real life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Again, I understand you can't control anybody except for yourself. I get that. But a friend would call a friend out when they're bullshitting, correct?
Mm-hmm. Correct, but at the same time, Holly May, like, how do I know if I'm not really ever on here paying attention?
Hell fucking no. Oh, hell fucking no.
Oh, I'm about to.
Let me out of here! Excuse me, I didn't even look at who's in the fucking boxes. Yep.
Throwing false jackets on me. Talking about Regina being this horrible, disgusting person. Fucking nitpicking and going after everything that Unknown says. For the last 3 or 4 days, it's been happening repeatedly.
Anything about that being stated is true. What, that she made a page with kids on it? Yeah. If you want the truth, girl, I don't know. Because,
well, whether
for me, I don't even have to, yeah.
Whether y'all placed on Malibu, because my shit hit the floor.
I thought it was being placed on all three, though, Hallie Mae.
What, Malibu?
Only since yesterday.
Malibu first. Yeah, only since yesterday.
All that off on Malibu. Now you're saying.
Did you ever ask for proof?
Hey, remember, keep the same energy. You didn't want to talk. Why are you trying to talk to me?
I know the answer.
To have a conversation with you. Your exact words were, "I'm not talking to."
I'll talk to you here on a neutral platform. Sure.
Wait a minute. Can I just say? I mean, with the false allegation, it's like, okay, if somebody was speaking on your kids, you're gonna let them up regardless what your feelings are towards them, right? This is a life-altering accusation.
But Hallie Mae, this all has nothing to do with me. I came in here because Retina said, "Hey, come on in and listen." You guys were playing the shit that had something to do with me.
Right, we played it and you're still here. Now. So, I mean, that's why we're having a conversation. I
we talked about it like briefly, and then it went the other way. I mean, I think the conversation's been good, even if it went on to other topics. I mean, no, I do, but sometimes I just feel like I get like anxiety over it because I can't fucking change other people.
Right.
No, but my only thing is like when people are putting the allegations out, regardless of whether you like the person or not, ask for proof, because this is a life-altering accusation. Like, if it got out far enough, Malibu could lose her job. And I agree.
More than her job.
And he threatened to call her job and encourage other people to call her job for it. So, OG, don't you think he should show proof? Don't you think?
I heard him doing that last night.
Wait, can I ask a question real quick? OG. So
hold on, can I answer a question before I get asked another one?
Oh, sure, go ahead.
Thank you. When I first came in, Hallie Mae, and you brought this to my attention, did I or did I not say, like, I will go ask for proof? I will ask to see the proof. Remember?
Yeah, when I asked about the abuser with me and
about all of it.
Sorry, I can't
about all of it. Sorry. I said I will go get in the box and ask for proof.
Yeah, but before, well, you said that when I was only talking about just me. Then we started talking about everybody.
You brought up the whole Malibu thing and all that, and I said I will go ask for proof. But then Mittens got brought up right after that, and I said, well, hold on, I'll message Mittens right now.
Well, could you message her right now and ask her why is she running around in comments?
Well, so that was like
she said she has a message to read.
Yeah, remember I said I have a message, but I'm gonna have to go back and forth. So when I went on pause, you had started talking when I came back.
Oh shit, my bad. I'll shut up.
No, you're good. It's just a message that I'm gonna have to go back and forth because my blonde ass ain't gonna remember it. So it's gonna take a minute of going back and forth. But Malibu, go ahead and ask that question before I go back to reading this.
So I know that you've been on. I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming you've been on this app or on this side of the app long before I ever made it to the side of the app, right? And okay, well, but I'm sure you know that because they've been saying it for the last 8 months or a year or whatever, that the Muffin Man and Stephanie thing or the Muffin Man pictures has been going on for over 2 years, right? I've only been on this side of the app for a year, so I'm not quite sure how I would be responsible for any of those profiles. That's one. And two, you made a statement tonight about me being dragged for the CP thing. Do you not, and I'm sure you must know this, that because he has admitted it.
Wait, what statement did I make about you getting dragged?
Florida Man came and saved Smash when I was getting dragged over the CP thing, right? Mm-hmm. Do you not know that because he has admitted this, Florida Man set me up. He knew it was not CP when he started that full live on Easter weekend and was dragging me in T and Dora's live for 5 hours. 5 hours. So for 12 days, Smash was having my back
protecting me over something that everybody knew, not everybody, but most people knew.
Every time she says I haven't been on the app,
that
take
it was
a shot.
not CP.
No excuses.
Did you not know that?
I don't care
No,
if it's
I did not.
Tuesday, bitch.
So now this is not once,
That must have came out when I had to take my break off. And yes, I do know that he went in because as much as I was hurt by Smashley, I was window licking one night and I seen how upset she was. And I said, I text Florida Man and I said, can you please go in there
I'm not gonna take a shot
and help her?
But you guys should.
So he became the savior for something that he set up to
I didn't know
ruin.
that though, Malibu.
Okay, well,
I didn't know that. All I knew is that I seen somebody that at one point in time was a very close person to me that was extremely fucking upset and being drugged.
So I'm letting you know, not only has he tried to ruin my life once on something that could have landed me
That's
in
okay.
jail.
I don't care
but
what you
now
take a shot of.
Now it's the second time.
Water, Dr. Pepper,
and all
Diet
because he
Coke.
just
I don't care.
doesn't like me. He thinks I am
Lemonade.
boring, or because friend. And to me, I don't deserve that. I do not deserve
called
that.
that shit
Smash
loud
doesn't
mouth.
deserve that. Whether people like her anymore or not, it's not fair. The things that are being done to people is fucked up, and it really could fucking ruin someone's life.
I mean, respectfully though, Malibu, like what you did to me was fucked up.
I didn't do anything to you, OG.
Girl.
If you don't know how it went down because Sunshine didn't give you the truth, that's not on me. I was asked to show proof, and I didn't even show the proof. Sunshine took it to Petty. I didn't.
But girl, you jumped in a box on Petty's platform and like
That's
ran
because
with that shit too.
listen. I had 100 people tagging me while I was at work. Petty needs you in a box. Petty needs you in a box. Then I had Sunshine texting me in the back end. I'm so sorry that I did that. I shouldn't have said anything. When I found out that the money that I was giving was for Nikki, I said, that's cool. Sunshine was pissed off because she had already sent the money, sent her food. You only got what you wanted, what you were told from Sunshine. And then again, later on, she tells you something totally different,
Yeah,
which
she
is
told
fine.
me
It
that
was
there was no proof of anything, and the boss, ain't nobody ever fucking on my end ever lied about a DV situation, motherfucker. So I suggest you just go ahead and pump your fucking brakes now.
in the comments. But I listen. I just would hope that when somebody puts that kind of jacket on somebody, you would ask for receipts. And nobody in that live, except for a couple people, asked, "Do you have receipts on that?" I mean, it's
when
just
Holly
crazy.
Mae brought it up tonight, I said that I will ask for proof. I will go over there myself and ask for proof.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you for talking to me. Thank you, Holly Mae, for having me up.
I think it should be just as loud as he has been online, though, asking for proof. I feel like he should be showing proof on live, don't you think, OG?
I agree. Same thing. I agree. If that's gonna get said and you do have proof of it, then show it. I mean, Smashley, you of all people knew how hard I was fucking windmilling for my proof.
I was over here talking. Also, monsters over there talking about then they need to show that Holly Mays was. I'm not dodging showing any proof of shit. I said I want to see the proof about me first, because what happens is it always turns into show proof, and then it's one of us showing the proof, and then they never show the proof. So this time I want to see theirs first. You show me yours, I'll show you mine. You know what I'm saying?
Right, like why does everybody else have to show proof, all to just be disappointed and to the other party not showing proof? I agree.
Right. I mean, I absolutely agree with that because I fucking had to show proof for I don't know how fucking long.
Right, so I'm sure you understand where we're coming from, why we're saying.
I do.
Yeah. Also, girl, this is what I can't stand. I'm not talking to you, OG. I'm just gonna loudly speak to Mittens real quick because she's listening. While you're in the comments over there, Miss Ma'am, making it seem and making it out like we did all this fuck shit to monsters. Put a name on it, honey.
Top 4 ways in
Put
bio
a
for new
name
iPad.
on it, because from my recollection,
I need to watch over there and
Monster
here
was
and
gathering
here.
proof and evidence and doing it all the right and documentation and everything like that way back when. Oh, that's right. When Sassy and them. Oh, okay. I just didn't want no confusion now, because you in those comments kind of confused. Yet again, brushing it onto me, Ratina, Smash, and all of us. It's wild to me.
I do want to point out the fact that because of his dislike of me so much, it trickled down onto Holly, and then Holly's real life, and Smash has, not quite as bad as the dislike, but then it trickles down into Malibu because they're friends. And it's like,
Absolutely,
he used to
Switzerland.
continuously say he's going to keep doing this until Holly drops Ratina, this, that, and the other. Understand the fact that people can't conceive, like, the fact that people have legitimate friendships. And like some bullshit that we know is false isn't gonna tear us apart.
Well, that's what he does. So the reason why he is attacking Malibu is because he knows he can't get to me in the way he wants to. So he will attack the next best thing, which he knows I protect very near and dear to my heart, which is Malibu, right? Like, he can't take my children, he can't take my job, he can't take my home. I happen to own all of those things, right? And then, so he comes on here to then attack somebody close to me, because he even said that. He admitted that shit in my live. He admitted it.
I believe it. I mean, what
Not
does
pudding
my
pop and I together.
employment have to do with what I do on this app? For me,
like,
I don't think anybody should, like, I don't believe in the real life shit. Now, I will openly state I did call Mittens baby daddy. Absolutely. The only time I have ever gone real life is back when I was on Smash's platform, and
I'm trying to blame
people would send messages or say they want to harm themselves, but I will never apologize for going real life and finding somebody then.
I remember.
It's a perfect thing you said that. Can we also make it very clear that Malibu made that call because a threat to a child was said by the mother.
Thank you. That was not a real life situation. That was we want to make sure the situation is okay. I'll shut up.
Yeah, the mocking of her calling to make sure an infant was not harmed is wild to me.
Wait, what?
And let me just put this up too. Hold on.
It's echoing.
I showed my solid proof that it also was not me behind those whatever shit Muffin Man had going on. Where I went to an attorney, law enforcement, had the IP tracked. It comes back to Cushing's, Wisconsin, which is where Muffin Man is. So y'all can quit spinning this fucking narrative to make her look like she's a victim, because she's not. She did the shit herself.
Well, she told on herself 2 days ago when Florida Man sat there with a whole spin narrative on Malibu, and she soaked it all in, girl, even had a tear in her eye. But he's live right now. They're saying...
Wait, who is her? Because
Muffin Man.
Do you want to listen to this or
if
Florida
you could
Man?
go over there, because he's live right now. If you could go ask him for the proof.
Okay, so...
Can you also let him know that you can't put an IP address into Google and it'll pull up something, because it won't.
You have to strictly go through law enforcement to do that. So you can't just Google an IP.
That's not necessarily true, but you definitely can't just Google it. I will say.
I can say this 100% for everybody in the world to hear. Smashly and Malibu were not even around when all of this shit was going on. This was 2 years ago. I didn't even know Smashly 2 years ago.
Thank you.
I didn't know Malibu 2 years ago.
Thank you.
So to throw them out there as they did this fucked up shit is completely wrong.
I
And I still have the letters from my attorney that I will be glad to show that show.
But you and Malibu were both in the box when Florida Man was playing two separate phone calls, chats, lives, whatever it was, and made them sound like you guys were talking to each other. You both were in either mine unknown.
Yeah, he clipped two different phone calls. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, and stopped them at the right time to make it sound like they were talking to each other. But they had both. But I don't know if you know this, Smash. Stephanie and Malibu had already told their situations, and like kind of like almost like a synopsis of what the conversation was. So when we were listening,
There's the IP stuff from her attorney right here. I took a screenshot of it.
Tell where it was not the same call. You know what I'm saying? But I'm about to go to bed, so that's why I'm asking if OG could go ask.
Yes, I will. Holly Mae, real quick, before I drop and go over there. Mitten says she's not dumb. She's not going to come into a live where it's 5-on-1. Show the proof that she ever showed
I'm going to thank Stephanie real quick, and then I'm going to drop out of here. Stephanie, I just want to thank you for that. I wasn't here when you clarified it last time. I'm going to drop out of here. Good night, Holly Mae. Good night, Regina. Good night, Farrell, Gloria.
Good night. And also, Stephanie, before you drop out.
Didn't.
Hold on. What?
Malibu and I have never, ever had a phone conversation, ever.
No, I know that. I think if anybody would know that, I would know that. I know you guys have never had a phone conversation.
To clear that up as well when he's trying to put phone conversations together or whatever. We've never even talked on the phone. So, yeah, it's just huge narcissist behavior that is just sickening.
Well, and that's why I did kind of what I did, right? With the receipts that I faked, that I had chat EBT do, yada, yada, yada. So I'm not going to stay up here too long. Thank you, Stephanie, for clearing that up. I'm going to drop out of here. Thank you, Holly Mae. Thank you, guys.
No problem.
I'm going to drop out of here. Thank you, Holly Mae. Thank you.
I think she's going over to Florida, man.
What, Switzerland? Was that a mistype? Tell me that was a mistype.
Or if you're involved in the case and you're getting discovery. Right, yeah.
Now,
that's about it.
To point out that things can seem like they don't have common sense is normally because they're not logical. There's no reasoning behind it, and there is actual evidence that would prove otherwise. When people Google the IP address that she gives, it will tell you that IP address is a fake IP address.
Why is it squealing?
A simple Google result for your own independent research would tell you that people lost the ability to use their own independence to research topics themselves. And when you were in
everybody right now, cross your fingers that Florida man can show some fucking receipts.
Your own group of people that is unhealthy and it promotes.
Or be honest.
When that dishonesty is there and you were co-signing it because you were with them and you were not fact-checking your own people, that removes credibility from the whole group.
God, we're going to have to listen to this whole fucking thing.
Narcissistic answer.
When people say stuff and then the host will agree with it.
Who's on the bot? Who's that man talking?
Animal.
Like the IP address.
Oh, F him.
You know, common sense would be, okay, you know, there's something still going on. And just like you would need, you know, you would have to have a hacker get an IP address and hack your shit. Oops.
I would like to answer Duchess. Involving yourself is healthy. Yes, it is. If it's a topic that interests you, that you're passionate about,
got ruined. Sorry.
Absolutely
it's not funny anymore.
For the whole situation.
Try to fuck it up 3 times. It's not funny anymore.
Independent research into it. You speak your mind freely. You're able to
so
say,
we're gonna stay up as late as it takes OG to ask for receipts, and
you have a healthy conversation.
Maybe get receipts.
Each found factual. Put it together using this data, see how they did their research, you tell how you did yours. We all learn as a community to do independent research and then come together.
Smash. How can you get a receipt of something that didn't happen?
Listen,
Me telling you that this happened and you automatically
work with me here.
A fake receipt? Okay.
out there that should fight for someone to believe them without.
I want to see receipts. We're not even asking for receipts on just us. Like there's Holly Mae receipts, like shit like that. You know what I mean? Let's. Can he produce that?
Can I interrupt for a second?
Yeah.
All right, Holly Mae's love. You guys can suck my fucking dick.
Hold on, Mittens. Hold on.
I'm not going to your live, and I don't give a fuck what you have to say.
Mittens, calm down.
I really just want to see if she'll ask. Honestly,
ain't no reason to be angry.
I really just want to see if she'll ask.
Okay.
And like be upfront and honest and
mediated neutral platform
bold,
that I didn't even recommend myself for. I recommend.
Let's take a vote.
Megan, if they're unhappy,
there's no talking with them. They cut down everything I say. They dismiss any proof of anything that I have. What's the point of talking to them?
That's where they need to learn.
Smiley face if you think she'll ask for receipts. Sad face if you think that she'll just float around it. Smiley face if you think she'll ask. Smiley face if you think she'll just
speak just to
float
hear
around
themselves speak.
So let them.
Reference.
So let them. Reference. Block and move on.
Not much faith so far.
Reference the conversation that we first had, Dennis. How long was that conversation? It was about a week, 2 weeks long. We talked in depth about issues, about what's bothering you.
I'm half and half. Part of me believes that she will ask.
Have this response.
Part of me believes that
paragraphs.
She's not going to.
Paragraphs. And
I'm 50-50.
It was healthy. It was good. It was nice to be able to get it out, and I judged you not a bit. And I told you I wasn't going to judge you. I stuck to that. You're still a very good friend. I'm never going to judge you for any of that because you were willing to be that open. Same as OG, same as Bougie, same as many people that I've had these conversations with. Why are we judging people?
Not good numbers, girl.
Our opinions, our thoughts.
Prove us wrong.
Is factual instead of logically discussing it in a healthy way. The deflection, the demeaning, dismissing what you say. Those are all behavioral traits of people who are trying to shift the focus away from what's healthy, what's accurate, to what suits them better.
Hopefully he gets taken in the rapture.
What Mush said, let him.
The rapture.
It's just frustrating, especially because they say that I post my own kid and I post other people's kids on here, and it's just frustrating. Where's the proof? I don't proof from everybody else, but where's their proof?
But that's the thing.
Again, it goes back to what we were just saying, Mittens. They are going to feed off the engagement. They are going to feed off the argument and the drama. If you don't want to and you don't think it's going to be productive,
I guess it's supposed to happen between now and like the 25th.
Right.
Time zones,
but
things.
Also,
I don't know.
it's Mitten's emotional response to
one can hope.
The need to defend herself after what she has been through on this app many times.
I've never believed in God so much in my life.
She had expressed
until this point. I'll tell you that
many times that she felt betrayed.
Please take them.
She felt attacked. She felt like people don't believe her. She feels like, she feels less than anyone else. She feels the need to push herself up to feel equal, but the realization that you already are equal is just people are using your thoughts against you. You're already equal. Your opinion holds just as much weight as mine, as OG's.
Well, hopefully he's right. I hope all these Christians go. Florida man be included.
Thinking you need to fight for your opinion to be validated by people.
I hope.
Who are not.
How can that be mean? I can't be mean by saying that, right? That's not a mean thing to say. I'm not saying go to hell, right? I'm saying go to heaven. Please. Please go to heaven.
What you're saying. That's the respectful thing to do. If they're not willing to do it, then it shows that trait of behavior that says we want to silence people.
Only
want people to hear what we have to say because everything else is fake. And what we say is true. And that's just not right.
Do you have proof of... Hold on, I'm trying to remember. Because you have proof of
Holly Mae posting Bougie's kids. Do you have proof of Malibu making the page on Muffin Man? And anybody else that was in there, can anybody help me out? Because I feel like there was something else.
The answer is yes, 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 and yes.
Can you show it with Holly Mae, and you guys show each other the proof?
Yes. The conversation has to be healthy, and the conversation is not get into a box. Okay, show me the proof. Show it now. The conversation is let's talk about.
We got to give her credit where credit is due. She asked. I didn't think. I didn't know. I wasn't sure if she was going to ask. I was 50-50.
Let's not personally attack each other. Let's talk about what we're doing to control and manipulate.
I promise you, if he fakes receipts, any one of us will be able to prove it otherwise.
But the people watching also
I
have
can
a
assure
better,
you.
healthier understanding of us too. If we're hiding any detail about our motive and the actions that we take, that shows deceit.
Also, did you set Malibu up with that whole CP thing?
No.
So we're not going to be honest.
She sat in the box and asked me if I knew that you had set her up with that whole situation.
Is she peeing right now? God, this woman pees online like it's nothing.
Not at all. I had that video. It was sent to me a few times, and I didn't get the context behind it. I thought it was just Smash's reaction. That was funny. And I didn't put any other weight on it other than that. But then when Malibu had specifically said, while I was asking her some questions, that she had never once texted Smashley ever. And Smashley agreed that Malibu did not text her ever.
That's not what
The
she
video-
said.
What?
That's a text message.
You can't even lie good.
I specifically told Smashley to watch it. I didn't show it on the green
That's not
screen.
what it
I
was
didn't
said.
incite anyone.
That's not what I said.
You know, she got triggered. Why do people get triggered? Well,
I didn't get triggered.
Some stuff. She said,
Please, Lord, if you exist,
I
will you
think
please take
that was
Florida Man?
just her
I will
having
give
my
him my
reaction.
spot if I had
I
one.
clearly say, I
Please.
accept that. Meaning, and
Please.
let's
Oh
move
my
on.
God. This is so.
And I say, no, don't do that.
Tonight's tonight, right? They're going to take
To
him.
the people. I sent it to her for her own personal viewing to show that you guys do, in fact, text one another. She showed it. That's
What
when
is
all
he
hell broke
saying?
loose, and people were able to twist the narrative into a text smash.
That's how I know he don't know what the fuck he's
Instead of-
talking about.
Right. He's like, are you fucking walking in circles? Because you're talking in circles.
Right.
Protect someone. Like they're trying to say you set that up. How is it possible for you to set that up?
I don't know.
It was shown. The pictures were shown by Stephanie and Shannon, and there was a bunch of other people in there that you had nothing to do with at the time.
Animal, shut the fuck
Hold
up.
on.
You don't know shit.
Hold on 1 second, Animal. Yeah, Roma went in there. Martina and I had messaged. She said they were playing the shit from last night and come and listen, which I did that. And then somehow I got spun into all of this other shit. But, Florida Man,
What?
did you, and I'm asking this for a very specific reason, did you ever say in Smashley's Live that you set Malibu up?
How is that a setup?
Queenie, right?
It's framing the narrative.
And Viking was pissed off. That's why they.
And what's the motive behind it? The irrational hate.
Well, Queenie said it, but he admitted to it.
Guilt.
It was like
Looking at all of it as
when
a
we were
whole,
beefing.
and we start to see that when questions come up,
I don't know. Fuck, that was a long time ago.
deflection happens. Let's get off of that topic. Let's have somebody come up and say that they're in crisis and then get trashed for it because more answers than any receipt ever would. If people are unwilling to look at the motive and behavior associated with
It
people,
was the
who are
night
doing this,
Viking and him got
people have
into it.
lost the idea of identifying these behaviors before they become a major problem. And just because it might become a major
My
problem,
plug will
for
have
one
it.
person,
She's sleeping right now, but my
don't tell
plug
me
will
that
have
one
it.
person don't matter. Because that one person could be you. And if that one person was you, it would matter a whole fucking lot. For anyone who forgets, Muffin Man spent the vast majority of her time on
How
the
do
set.
people sit and listen to him for hours?
I don't. I have no
I'm
idea. I have literally no idea what he has been saying this
There's no
entire time.
receipts. He's not going to show receipts.
No, he's not.
Let's go back to
It's 12
Queenie.
a.m. and I need to go to bed because I gotta take my fucking
Oh,
husband to work
damn.
tomorrow.
Okay.
So.
Well, I appreciate you asking, OG.
Yeah, at least you.
I'm sure you're going to believe everything he says, but that's okay.
Just a thought that counts, I guess.
Right, Pharaoh? Josh Panda? For fuck's sakes. I think it's weirder. I think it's weirder. Oh, I think it's weirder. I think that's the profile that posted the video today that showed. Yep. Thank you for posting that. I appreciate you. I think it's weirder.
Are they in here?
Yeah, they were in here, like in the live.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for the taps.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for that video that showed when Muffin Man miraculously came the day that they were calling me out on some bullshit, fuck shit. You gave us all. Oh, thank you. I think it's weird. Let me make sure I follow you. I think I did follow you today. I did.
Yeah, I think so.
Just don't post any bad things about me, please. Thank you. I have enough with 3 blind mice. Is that towards me?
No, it's me having to go to bed.
I know, Pharaoh. We heard him. He literally lied, but you know what? It is what it is.
I mean, hey, let's do one more poll. One more poll before I go to bed. How do I do this? I fucking forget every time. This one. All right. So smiley face if you thought. Smiley face if you thought he was going to show receipts. Sad face if you didn't think he was going to show receipts. Smiley face if you thought he was going to show. Sad face if you didn't think he was going to show.
We already knew. And if one person picks one, I'm blocking you.
Yeah, I don't think any of us had our hopes up too high, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, there's no receipts.
There are no receipts, but I was hoping he would at least own up to it of lying, but you know. That would be.
Wait, what did Regina say? This is New Week Psychobabble is wild. Right, Regina?
Literally. I can't listen to it anymore.
I'm gonna find the clip of him admitting it. I don't care if my fingers bleed searching for it.
Somebody's got it somewhere.
Somebody's got it.
And what? It was around. It was like what? So what? It was 4:20 when shit went down, right? And then it was like a week
12
or 2
days. It was 12 days exactly.
Right.
I was off the app for 12 days.
I'm gonna ask my plug because
thank you, Feral Trash Panda.
I know she be recording shit. So
I will personally give $50 cash app to the person who finds it.
I'll help. I'll pitch 25 to that.
Okay. Well, if it comes before.
Yeah, but I think the rewatch app only goes to like the past 3 months. So you got to get a YouTube slut, right? Who like records all the lives.
Mm-hmm. Him admitting to him setting me up for the CP thing. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Justin. I'm serious. Y'all heard it here.
I'll pitch 25. She got 25. We'll give you $25. Or I mean $50.
So date range of that live. So what Easter's what 420?
That was 420 this year, so 12 days after that, or roughly like in that.
Oh well, yeah.
Within like a few days of that, right? And it was in what, my live, right? Was it in my live?
Wherever he was beefing with Viking the day that he came out and said that you and I were. I mean, he came out and said, like, come on.
I can't remember who fucking somebody originally said that shit.
It
And then
might have been your
yeah,
live too, because he came out to like free you of all your
I feel like it was my
crap, and
live, but
it probably would be. But there
anyways,
was
if
also
y'all can
another
find it, you
live
got
where he was
$50.
arguing. He flat out said it, yeah. To prove a point, absolutely. And he even lied today when he about the whole man. Whatever.